7 is sponsored by Posh Wash and Pet Health Market. That's located at 1520 Wakarusa Drive, Suite C. You can find them online at www.poshwash.net, or you can call them at 785-856-7297. To my left this evening, we have the always illustrious Kenny, King of the I'm sorry, we don't want to sell him short, Lord of the Badgers Caberline. To his left, Jason Cougar Wong.
I forgot to mark myself safe from the Swifties last weekend, but I'm safe.
They're keeping you employed, Cougar.
They are keeping me employed. That's true. At the hotel, that's true. Very busy.
To his left, Nicole, holes to fill and blood to spill, Jameson.
It's good to be here.
You just got to talk loud.
Oh.
You turned it off.
Oh.
There you go.
It's good to be here.
Hey, turn it on.
We're going to have to get that mic hot. And last but definitely not least, Bryson Straight Cash Stricker the third.
What up? What up? Oh my! Jeez, how did you fuck up this mic? It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to work some magic every...
I can fuck up anything.
There we go.
All right. Here we go.
So, give a quick shout out to the 2023 charity, Baby J's Legacy of Hope. Visit them online at babyjslegacy.org. That is our chosen charity for the 2023 season. They take care of families and those who are dealing with pediatric cancer here locally in Lawrence. So, definitely a great cause that if you don't know about, definitely check some more out online. We're going to be doing a lot of fundraising here in the next few weeks to start preparing for our postseason charity auction. So keep in touch with your captains. If you have anything to donate now or later, you can always reach out to the board or just reach out to the KVKL email, and someone will get back with you immediately about those donations. Without any further ado, let's jump right into Week 7. Absolute chaos after this week. YSC 1 at 5 p.m. Young Spine sneaks by Asteroid Head 6-5. Cougar, I have no notes on this game. Was anybody able to catch this? I mean, 6-5 sound like a pretty good game.
I don't have any notes on my end. All I gotta say is me and Ben got this pick 'em right. We both picked Young Spine. Rest of them picked Asteroid Head. That's all I got. I don't know.
Tell people to take fucking notes. Take some notes.
Take some notes, yeah. No score sheets?
Take notes, people.
No.
Yeah, there's a couple. I know
I'm
there's
sucked.
actually a note
I'm
about
sucked.
another
How do you
game
know?
that we'll get to
No
later.
notes.
Especially in a close game. Like in a close game, you get 1-2 things. Like, come on. It's not that hard.
Yeah, 11 total runs, 9 innings, especially two kind of middle-of-the-pack teams that are jostling for postseason positioning. I mean, it seems like it was a very defensive-minded game.
Sure.
I would have to guess, being so low scoring. Not necessarily surprising for either team based on their level of play this year, but, I mean, good job to Young Spine for squeaking out that
Young
win.
Spine's 5-2.
Yeah, 5-2.
Like last year they went like 500, so they're matching the win total. So, yeah, good for them. So,
YSC 1 at 7 p.m. Scoonies Never Say Mercy, 32-3 over the Headquarters Ringers. This was an enough already game.
You know they enjoyed every second of that. You know they did. It's been
The notes I had here, Headquarters taking the out for the 11 spot in the 3rd, 5th, and 11 spot still hadn't arrived. Scoonies, textbook kicking by Scoonies in 1. An error homer by Alex in the 1st, and a run rule. I mean, I kind of an expected result, not necessarily the run total I would have expected, but.
So would you give your friend of me the crown for the hate fuck guy kickball award?
For the week? Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Donnelly, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
I'd rather give it to anyone else in the world.
Good for him. Did anybody happen to catch this game? No? All right. Darn. Moving on. YSC 2 at 5 p.m. Kansas Tree Care nets the Squids in a 5-0 shutout.
Jeez. They can do it, Kansas Tree Care, and just shut out when they want to. They can.
Man.
I mean, shoot, Honey Badger was lucky not to get shut out last week.
Fuck you. We were never going to get shut out. Just fuck you. What do you mean?
I'm just saying you're not lucky.
I'm surprised Love Garden didn't get one on. I mean, I watched, obviously, shout out Marcus for posting the game up, all the games he does. I love going back and watching it all. Yeah, I mean, it just looked like KTC's defense was just doing what they do. They're kind of falling into it. There's some pretty cool highlight plays from that game. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch that game. It was pretty exciting to watch.
Kansas Tree there.
Defensively wise.
It's not KTC.
I don't give a fuck. The notes on this game, Love Garden, warning to Spencer for yelling in the base paths, quote, I got it.
Oh, no.
Jackie is extremely stylish, clearly. Kansas Tree Care, great play by Lou to get Tyler on a bunt to first. Kevin here. Kevin refed the game.
Happy early
No,
birthday.
I'm pausing so that you can soak
Here's
in
a
the
question by
adulation.
I got a question for you, Kevin. By I got it, was he running it in the bases and somebody was about to catch the ball and then he yelled, like, I got it, to mess them up?
Yeah.
That's kind of a dickhead.
There was a play
Kind
at
of dick move.
2, and he was running to 2. Two players were converging on it, and I heard it. Derek couldn't hear it. He was watching the play at 1, like on the kick, and I was shadowing our first-time ref who was doing book. I heard it. Derek gave a warning to both teams. That was kind of contentious, but it shut that crap down. So
Yeah, I feel like that just kind of falls into the don't be a dick thing. Like,
don't be a dick.
We're super competitive, but no need for that. No need for that. Spencer's a good dude. He's, all love Spence.
No more notes on that, so we'll move on. YSC 2 at 7 p.m. Soda Jerks come from behind and thump Poshwash 15-6.
Is there no Derek here tonight?
No Derek here.
No Derek?
tonight.
Oh, bummer.
Darn.
I do want to make some comments on this.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Oh, no. Kansas Tree Care, their refs were phenomenal. I don't know who the hell was reffing for Love Garden, some randos or something, but they're number 9. They need to provide better refs. They just wanted to stand in the shade.
Yeah, I feel
Do
like
better,
sometimes, and I think it's been brought up before on some of the lower seed games, teams will provide refs that don't really know what they're doing or something. And I think you should always at least provide one that knows what's going on. I don't know. Just my opinion on it, my 2 cents.
I agree. They could have done better. Do better.
I heard a rumor.
I love rumors and innuendo. Spill the tea, my
As
friend.
some people know, I get DMs about things that happen in games. I heard a rumor that this game was tied until Sean sat down and his team got fucking cooked the second he left the game.
Oh, no.
Sean, is that true? Do you know?
I wouldn't say that's necessarily true. They scored a lot of runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'd have to look at the scorebook, but I can't.
Were you on the field in the 7th, 8th, and 9th?
I was not.
You left
Yeah.
the game?
Bryson, that don't matter. We made some silly errors. Come on, it's not like he was playing in the outfield.
He's starting some shit.
Yeah, you did.
He's starting some shit. You're not,
I'm not talking shit at all.
Different.
I'm just simply saying it's something worth noting.
Yeah.
I just there was
Well, what the
just
fuck,
something
Sean?
worth
You
noting.
need to be out there. You need to grind, dude. I know when you're out
Well,
there.
I don't think it matters why he
Come
left.
on,
I think
man.
it's fair. You got to let your teammates play. Sean's a team player. Just worth noting, the game was tied. Sean left the game. His team got cooked. That's what the score sheet says. That's what the scoreboard says. That's what my DMs say.
For the record, I did not DM Bryson.
Yeah, he did not. It's
I
not
have not
Sean.
spoken
I promise it's not Sean.
No, it was
Because
a
I
loser
am
from Love
trying
Garden.
to be the ostrich in the situation and keep my head in the sand and stay away from the blades of the mower. Let's go, ostriches! No,
I'm an emu guy there,
I mean,
Kelly.
it was
No emus.
an interesting game, a fun game. I think, we made some strides as a team, not only being able to see what we're capable of doing, who we're able to play with, but even in a loss, I'm not a big moral victory or silver linings guy. I think that's just kind of fodder to make yourself feel better whenever you get your shit kicked in. But when you see where we were at the beginning of the year from week 2 to now, seeing that the Jerks just hung 36 on the Ringers. I mean, we're playing a tier above where we've been playing all year, and it's a good step forward. So I think it's going to be really good for our confidence moving towards weeks 8, 9, 10, and pushing into the postseason. So I think it'll be interesting to see not only that, how the Soda Jerks do. You know, a couple big games in a row for them, but also those big wins could also be attributed to playing down below their tier level. So, their record has kind of dictated their play this year. So we'll see how their path goes moving forward too, to see if they can get back on track with having everyone here and getting a solid lineup. So shout out to the Jerks. Great game. Lots of fun as always. Yeah.
That was well spoken, Sean. I just want to say that was a tough beat for the Sean's not a team player crowd. So well done, Sean. I'm a big Sean Meredith guy.
YSC. You know what? Before we get to YSC3, coming up, we have a new event this year that is going to be put on the KVKL Pool Tournament, Saturday, July 22nd. Registration opens at 10 a.m., but you are highly encouraged to pre-register your team with Stacy. It starts at 11. The current format, the format is a 3-person Scotch doubles, $45 per team. This is a charity tournament. Each round, you have 1 point per match. First team to 5 points wins. And Empire will be donating $15 for each team that registers. So you can contact Stacy Alvers at gmail.com. That's STACIAHLVERS at gmail.com and get signed up for that first. We're going to just go ahead and say first annual KVKL Pool Tournament, because I'm sure this is going to be something that a lot of people sign up for. It's going to get a lot of funds donated to the charity this year, and there's going to be a lot of fun had for a lot of the people that play in the league and outside the league as well.
I have a
invite
question.
your friends and family.
Brother Sean, I got a prediction for the pool tournament. One of my good friends, John Matthews, who plays for the Schoonies. This might be the only thing the Schoonies could win this year.
Yeah, good take.
He's a shark. I played him. He beat me left-handed one time. He beat me with no hands one time. He's pretty good. So
hey, so if you troll his Facebook on, I think it's
plays.
Wednesdays, just look at the names of the people who he's yelling about beating him.
Okay.
There you go. You got another team.
I played him, and I suck. Okay, I suck. I'm no pool player.
No, John's really good. Bryson.
Yeah, I have a question. Can we just make our own events for charity on behalf
charity?
of the KVKL?
I mean, if it's for the kids, I mean, within reason.
I just feel like it's like a good idea. Like it's spawning an idea in my head to just make my own event for next year. You know.
I think that might
Bryson
be a great
wants
idea.
to strip.
Oh.
No.
KVKL strip club event?
There we go.
No.
My whole team will show up for that. I'll tell you that right now.
No. That being said, let's get the YSC3 at 5 p.m.
YSC3 at 5 p.m. The KBC Tropics outlast and outkick Jazz House 6-2.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek. KBC in the 4th inning, Kira left base before the ball was kicked, so that just sounds like horrible coaching. Mr. Pendry's shaking his head, probably because he sees the look on Cougar's face, who's disappointed in yet another win. Cougar, what's going to fall out of your mouth tonight?
All I gotta say is that credit to Tropics, overcoming the loss to Jazz House last year.
Some massive thing to overcome.
They blow the 6-run lead. Unfortunately, Ryan was there last year. He was there last week. Thank heavens. But this time, start a little slow. Yeah, that base running gap happened in the 4th inning. There's a drop in the outfield as well. There's a 2-run swing. Could have had the Tropics fall apart. Given credit, they pulled by the bootstraps, got the lead, and then the 7th inning got the insurance run in the 9th, and pulled themselves together. Didn't play their best game, but with true grit, pulled together. Defense-wise, except for a couple drops there, kept it together against the Jazz House. I feel bad for Jazz House. Rick had to play as a 10th person.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but
Oh, no.
But Rick played the 10th versus last year and beat the Tropics, so I feel too sorry about that.
Well, and I did get to catch a good portion of the end of this game, and while I wholeheartedly agree, it looked like not just KBC, but both teams had a little bit of a rough start finding their offensive groove about the first 5 innings. From the 6th on, both teams consistently got on base, but you guys were able to capitalize on it, whereas it seemed to me, from what I saw, that Jazz House was able to get on base from drop plays or mispicked bunts, and then they were stranded on base by some good defensive adjustments and getting out of some real jams. So you don't short sell KBC for the way they performed in 7, 8, and 9, because if they would have performed like they did 1 through 6, I think it would have been the same result, probably the other way.
No doubt. I think I talked to Rick a little, and he's talked about Jazz House, and they're just really having a hard time moving people around. They definitely are a super athletic team. They have the speed. I think they just need I said this last year too. They need a little leadership. They need a little leadership.
Continuity, I think, is more continuity in the lineup and the order of the lineup and the bodies that are appearing each week.
No. Say something.
So Ryan messaged me on Facebook Sunday night and said that his entire team played like absolute dog shit.
Wow.
But the good news is survive and advance is the name of the game.
Exactly.
And that's all that matters.
A dub's a dub, bro. A dub's a dub.
Here's our counter, Ryan Pendry. Hello,
Mr.
Ryan.
Pendry,
Hey, why are you calling me up? What's this about?
what's this about?
What's your take on
I
the
will
game,
say,
brother?
Our defense is playing really good. They had 1 earned run, and what I did, it will never happen again. I dropped a fucking can of corn in center field as I was trying to
Can of corn?
transition the ball to throw it to third, and I didn't even make the catch, so they didn't have to tag up, and they scored that run
Yeah.
here, which would have been the second out. We got the out right after that. It was my fault. So they had 1 earned run. I don't care about like Rick playing. Like, it was just 10 on 10 at the end of the day. We did not adjust at all for those first 5 innings. And if we would have played like 1 through 5 the way that we played 6, 7, 8, 9, we would have won that game by like 12 or 13 runs. That's all I got for y'all. So
Well, I feel like Jazz House, too, the last couple of years as well. Like Rick said, he's got all of his people back. Well, where the fuck are they at? Because
Not here.
every year I hear the same shit, and I see the
Backpacking
same
across
result.
Europe.
And I love Rick, and I love those dudes, but I just honestly, I expect a little more.
I just want to point out that
I was gonna pick KBC
that
to
Ryan
win,
did
but-
not deny that he DM'd me and said his team played like us. Worth noting.
He just said, "What is this about,
But
Spartacus?"
again, give him credit for two grits. Didn't play our best game. Found a way. Get those runs in the 9th inning to get the insurance runs. I should have sent Wagner as a 7th run. My mistake. As bad third base coach. But you know what? They found a way. So that's all that matters. So proud of the team.
How much did you yell? You think on like a scale of 1 to 10? In this
I didn't yell. No, I really didn't.
I don't believe that.
No, I really didn't. I
really?
mean, yeah. Was I upset? I mean, a little bit, but I just kept to myself and I just looked at the sky and talked to myself because, well,
I've seen that. I've also heard you from 3 fields down before.
that was me as captain, me as sponsor. No, I don't do it anymore.
That was either him
No,
as
no.
captain or referee.
Oh, Jesus. No. Those days are gone. No. And when should be yelling, it's the Pendrys. They're the ones that are the captain. Me as sponsor, no. No, I'm not yelling.
I play City League with Pendry, and he's a fucking saint. He's never
Which one, Matthew or Ryan?
both.
Both. I agree. They're both saints. I agree. Yeah.
Mattos,
They don't
Ryan,
really know
brother
how
tax.
to play City League, Kenny. So come on.
Sure, what?
They don't really know how to play City League.
Nobody knows how to play. Nobody gives a fuck about City League. You just go to play,
Okay.
drink on Friday with your friends.
All right. I
Most
still
fun
love it.
wins.
Yeah,
Still love you, Ryan.
the epitome.
45 minutes it wins instead of an hour and a half.
Hey, I just wanted to talk some shit.
Thank you, Nicole.
YSC 3 at 7 p.m. The Red Legs pound the D-hole silly, 18-7.
Since there's no notes on this,
Yeah.
my take on this is my favorite thing about this result. I believe, Cougar, correct me if I'm wrong, pretty similar to your result against the Redlegs. Could be wrong. Pretty sure game of the week next week, right? Against the D-holes?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Well, like, not next week.
in 2 weeks.
No, it's next week.
week not
It's next week. Well, it's this week.
this
It's
week.
not this week.
Fine,
it's next
whatever.
week.
Okay. July the 30th. All right, fine.
Yes.
Okay.
July 23rd.
23rd, yeah.
There you go. Big day.
Great.
It's next
Thank you.
week. But anyways, no, I think my favorite thing about this result is that kind of says that that's going to be a really good game, which I think we all think it's going to be, and that's my excitement for it.
Well, let me just say, I ref this game, and boy, Red Legs, gosh, they're so good. They are so good. They're fast. They get on base, and if you let them run, they will run. My goodness, I know like D-Holes, they're a good coach. Yeah, I think with Jordan, of course. But Tropics made errors against Red Legs, and Red Legs capitalized on it. D-Holes as well. They made the errors out in the field, which is kind of rare for a team like D-Holes. But speed, that's what speed does. And Red Legs got speed. And they were running around the bases. There's like a certain team, Hobbs, later tonight, that night we'll talk about later on. So, God, they're really good. Red Legs really good.
I like the Red Legs this year. Getting to see them at Game of the Week. I mean, it wasn't the best matchup in the world, but yeah, I think they have a good mixture of speed, and there's some new players in that team as well. But yeah, I definitely think that they're holding their own right now. And I'm gonna spill a little tea myself. I'm hoping to get a Week 10 matchup with them. Honestly, like I think we need that.
Oh boy, just like in the playoffs between Honey Badgers and Red Legs. Oh, that game was so like a nice little game. No, that was contentious as shit. Yikes.
Last time we played that.
Oh my word, that was bad.
Fucked on some calls.
Oh boy, here we go.
Don't the Red
again.
Legs have like a really bad loss though?
No, they were a bad loss. They lost to Shirt Factory by 2. They lost to JD by 7. No, it's not a bad loss.
Okay,
No,
never mind. I revoke what I was about to say. Go on.
No. The losses aren't bad losses, not at all. They're a good team. Really good team, yeah.
YSC 4 at 5 p.m. 23rd Street defensively shuts down R-Bar 7-3.
Hi, Clay.
There are no notes. But after a 3-week hiatus, I'm just going to go ahead and air to the side. No caution. Clay, come take the mic.
Oh, no. Here's Clay. Here we go. Mr. Webb, what say you?
To be sure, it's Dr. Webb, sir.
Sorry, Dr. Webb.
Went to college for a decade for that, so yeah.
Sorry, my sister's doctor, too. I don't talk with doctor. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Doctor.
Yes, back from my sojourn to the north. So, you drop a couple balls, you strand a couple runners, that's how you lose a close game. But let's talk about something important. Okay, so, Kalix, our first base person, might have been responsible for 10 outs by themselves.
Oh, damn.
Murdered first base. It was absolutely outrageous. Bases loaded, 1 out, turned a double play by themselves to get us out of the inning. I lost my mind. I lost my voice. I was screaming so loud. Then James, one of the dream team that is the proprietor of this fair establishment that was able at the last minute to host this podcast. When other institutions fail, our bar patio shows up with beer, with food, with fun, with good times. Okay, and James had some crazy catches. There was one catch he dove across the outfield. He was playing 4 positions by himself. We weren't asking him to. He was just doing it. And then importantly, I think the most important thing is perhaps we lost in terms of points, but I'll tell you what. Let's talk about some important things, okay? Nobody from 23rd Street Brewery at any point in time screamed 23rd Street Brewery, let's fucking go. It's almost like they don't even care about 23rd Street Brewery.
It's a good take.
Do they even have wings? If they have wings, we'll have a wing off. Let's fucking do that.
Well, they're
Their
putting
food is
a fryer.
overpriced.
Yeah, exactly.
I worked there 10 years ago. They're putting a fryer.
They're putting a fryer, which is just a grotesque thing to do to chicken. I mean, we murder these animals. We could have a little bit of respect for them after they die. So, look, we'll see you in the tournament, okay? We played really well. It was very close, but we represent the superior establishment. I think that's fucking clear because, how many podcasts are at the 23rd Street this year?
It's a good take.
No, none.
Good take.
Armbar! Let's fucking go! Armbar for life.
Well, one second. Cougar, one second.
Thank you, Dr. Webb.
I was going to bring this up as a discussion question, but I think Clay just did a fantastic job to segue into it. Obviously a lot of discussion over the past week about having fun and over-competitiveness and inclusiveness. Yeah. Something I think we should do next year is the refs for each game vote which team had more fun. And
that's a sick
whoever
idea.
wins
That's a sick idea.
the most fun award gets their own trophy at the end of the season. Because I'll say this, our bar doesn't win a lot of kickball games. But
Fucking challenge.
who, like, honest to God, who the fuck beats them in the most fun? Who?
Late fees.
Hey.
Week
Late
10,
fees.
week
Win-
10,
yeah,
week
win
10 marquee
Our bar
matchup,
late
our bar
fees.
late fees.
There we go.
That's
Fun
a-
off.
That's a
when
week
Honey
10.
Badgers are winning, no one has more fun than when we are losing.
Find out next week.
Yeah.
That's what Dr. Webb.
Clay,
I'm just saying,
you chill the fuck out.
I'm just saying, I feel like that would actually be like really fun. And then like, I mean, my take, like, you know, marquee matchup, like week 10, like imagine you have two teams tied at 9 or whatever the number is. Game of the week. Who has the most fun? The whole crowd votes. That'd be so fun. Yeah. I'm just saying it'd be fun. That's all I gotta say.
I love that. I think that's a pretty cool idea. It wouldn't take a lot of effort. I think that'd be pretty cool.
100%.
Pretty cool.
Oh boy. YSC4 at 7 p.m. The Bald Beavers trim out a win over Bunton Grind and Extras 9-6.
That was a good one.
How many
We got a
extra-
couple of notes.
Okay, go ahead.
I think someone added this on. How does this game go to extras and there are no notes on the score sheet?
I don't know.
That is a very astute observation. I am solely blaming 23rd Street and our
I was gonna
bar
say, where's Clay?
for having too much fun and not paying attention on the score sheet.
There you
So
go.
I do have some notes from Mr. Shipley, the retired consort.
Retired consort, yes.
The Beavers jumped out to a big lead in the first. Bunton Grind pulled a player off the street to make it to 10 and still clawed back to tie it late and force extras. Was a good game all around. He also said, matter of fact, James didn't catch it. He dropped the ball he dove for. So just to throw that onto the R-Bar notes. But didn't have anything else. Did anybody catch this game? Mr. Cosgrove, any input?
I'm trying to get Kenny a beer.
I asked him to come up and give me a beer.
So real quick. So is this the third extra inning game, sir, Mr. Meredith? Is this the third one? Sean, is this the third extra inning game in the season or second
Of the season or week?
of the season?
We've had way more than that.
More-
There's
more than
two.
three?
There's two this week, I think.
So it's probably like four. I think?
We're
Probably
like-
four.
Oh, we've had more
We're
than
like
that.
6.
More than extra innings.
Global. No, we haven't gotten to
Global
extras,
Johnny's
have we?
one.
No,
Okay.
Post House hasn't gone to extras.
No. Global Johnny.
Global Harpies. Oh yeah, we did. Fuck.
That's two.
Yeah, I think
That's
Global
two.
Harpies.
And there's four
Three.
here. There's already four. Okay.
There's been
So
at
I
least,
mean,
like,
I think
yeah.
we're over 5.
Yeah, over 5 for sure.
All right.
By the way, real quick, clipboard gate, YC4, whoever made it missing, I'm pissed.
Oh, you ruined Cougars' whole
You ruined my
year
RPI standings,
because
my shine.
there's
Couldn't
No
get the RPI standings in
RPI
time. I'm
standings
pissed.
in week 7.
No RPI standings today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. I'm pissed.
I can see Cal's face, and she's holding back tears.
This is, no,
No, I was like, whoever
No.
made it missing, well, week 4, a week,
If anyone
YC4
should be
clipboard.
pissed or upset, it's Elizabeth Carr, who had to stand by the tree
Good take.
for 9 innings and wait for the clipboard and didn't get to watch any of.
I felt bad for Liz for doing that.
Shout
Whoever
out to
made
the
a clip
board.
missing, oh my gosh. I'm done.
Cal, that outfit is fucking fabulous.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. The Ghosts were never going to give up a win to the Rick Rollers, 18-11. We had some notes here. Rick Rollers, Alicia in the first, Burns Jr.
Oh, man.
no, that's short selling it.
Where's Junior at?
Junior-
I know you're out there.
Junior's
I know you're out
listening.
there. Come
I
on,
know he's
fam.
listening.
Come on.
gonna list out there?
Cosgrove, he'll come tell you.
Oh, it's fucking Corbin. I thought it was Junior.
It
Alicia, get up here.
there was
Get up
just
here.
no denying it. The rest of it wasn't burnt. Like
Oh no, he burnt. I was repping this shit. Bro got burnt.
no, it was beyond burnt. This was more along the lines of the dude in Hannibal in the wheelchair, like
shit.
eaten by fucking pigs after
Boy
being
got
burnt.
cooked.
Like it was bad.
He did, and the look on his face was priceless. As a ref, I tried to hold my composure. I could not. She can kick. She can fucking kick.
How does no one figure this out after what 3-4 years of just burning dudes, ladies, everybody
I think she
in
can bench
between?
me too. Like she's strong.
Exactly. All I know is she'll whoop your ass with her leg.
On and off the field.
Exactly.
She kicks behind Jeff. Ooh, you know Jeff's pretty.
She's
kicker.
a
So that's why she has no RKIs.
Good take.
Wait, are you roughing my game? The next notes: Abby great line drives in the first and third innings.
Yeah.
Mike in center is killing it. Ghosts catcher encroachment in the second.
So on that, yeah, I think Abby Baden, a girl that you picked up on your team, right? Yeah, she came up. She had her kicks were crazy, man. Beautiful line drives. She was a free agent this year, I believe, and Jeff picked her up. So anybody that didn't, you're missing out because she was talking shit too. She's competitive, so it was fire.
Not looking for that most.
Mike
fun
did really
vote.
good. The catcher encroachment, both teams kind of. The
Oh
catchers.
no! Yeah,
I was on both. The
I
catchers,
was
Greg.
I was
They were
going to
both
say
moving a lot.
there were a note in here for the ghost catcher, but my boy Jorge George, he was
You two got caught up.
he was a little
yeah, both
quick on the
teams,
trigger
you
there
know,
in the catcher's box
That's not
as
usually
well.
something I have to give a warning on very often, and yeah, for both sides, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, but I mean, they both settled down and made the proper
doubt.
adjustments. You know,
No doubt. It was kind of back and forth most of the game, and then the Ghosts just kind of took it. They had a big inning, kind of took off with it. Rick Rollers just had some errors in a time you really couldn't do that, and Ghosts just capitalized. And
and another great addition of Kelsey to the Ghost has just been tearing it up this year.
Oh, yeah.
Also
was
trying
fucking
to
awesome,
take
too.
out the right fielder and not on a date. So that was the last note I had, which
yeah,
is
so-
unsurprising. Just making plays.
yeah, there was a crazy catch. Kelsey was right there. They were both kind of trying to get it. Kelsey ended up kind of falling over him. They still made the play, but interesting.
I got a DM about this game.
oh,
I got a DM, but I also got beef. Jeff,
oh,
you DM'd me last week.
Jeffrey Moore.
The Pirate Pod is the pod of the people. We do not lie on the Pirate Pod.
Yeah.
You DM'd me, and you told me your team played with 9 people last week. And I got a DM that said otherwise. So I was like, let me get to the bottom of it.
We checked
And
out
I
the
checked the
score
score sheet, and you lied to me, bro.
That was
Yeah.
not intentional. I was told that we only had 9. They showed
Oh,
up
that's right.
more.
because
He
Jeff
didn't
wasn't
bother to
there.
show
Jeff
up.
was
left
not
his
there.
team to lose.
I was too busy getting drunk at another bar establishment called Sam Adams Brewery, not
Sam
our
Adams
bar.
sucks.
It was actually really good.
It's in the greatest city on earth.
From Boston. Oh, no, Avery. No. Avery, don't go there. Avery, simmer down.
And then,
no.
secondly, I heard
No,
that
Avery.
I heard from some people that you need to take a chill pill, and that you're getting to a point that you're hurting your team at times more than you're helping them. No clue. I just said that I would speak it on behalf of the person. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was told.
I rep.
I said I would say it.
I didn't see Jeff really blow up at all. As a coach that definitely never has blown up on his team ever once. Ever.
Me neither, for what it's worth.
I don't believe that. Jeff is a kind soul. Does he make mistakes? Yes, we all do.
Okay.
You know what?
I got one word about the game, and it's Ben Hutnick right before the games released, his little betting lines and said they were 4.5 point favorites, but he wanted to do
Rick
Rick's,
Royce?
and he
What the
wanted to
fuck?
give them 7.5 point favorites. I literally printed that out and handed it out to everyone on my team.
I love that
before that
energy.
game.
I love that.
And
That's real,
I will say Ben
leadership, brother.
Hutnick
That's real
helped us
leadership.
win that game. That's all I'm saying. Ghost.
Shout out Ben. I wish he was here.
This is why I don't bet. 88 bets off. 88 bets off.
No.
Koreans are known to bet, though, so that's kind of a weird.
Not this one. Not this Korean. Not a bet.
That's not
Anna,
something to
I don't know if
brag
you bet.
about.
Do you bet, Anna? Do
Only
you,
it.
do you bet? I don't know.
Hey,
I don't. No.
Cougar, what's your stance on Pai Gao?
What?
What's your stance on Pai Gao?
What's Pai Gao?
Oh, he's putting on a front. Okay.
What the hell are you talking about?
We're going to
What's
move
Pai Gao?
on. Yeah.
I don't do Mahjong. No, I don't do that. I know what Mahjong. I don't do Mahjong. No. Or Go or Badu or in Japanese.
Cougar
games,
seems like
Go.
the play Monopoly by himself kind of guy.
Or Scrabble.
Or Scrabble. Somehow he always loses.
Cosgrove, let me get those beers, bro. Please. Thank you.
Why?
thirsty,
YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Spicy. The Honey Badgers get back on track over the Harpies, 17-15. High-scoring affair.
And who's the only one on the podcast panel that called the Honey Badgers? This guy!
Hey, Cougar, I actually brought you a present for that. I brought you a nice... Will you hold this for me?
Sure. What is it?
I brought you a Honey Badger shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Does it fit? Does that?
Thank you.
That is a few sizes too small.
Five sizes too small. 5 sizes too small.
It's large.
I appreciate it. The Wolverine still a superior animal over Honey Badgers.
Give me that shirt back. Fuck you.
I just want to say, Kenny, I know you're talking about this podcast panel, but I did say that it was a massive letdown spot for the Harpies last week. So,
Man,
and it was.
we've been in some tough games. The last couple games have been really tough. I don't even know where to start, man. We've had problems leaving people on. Not usually us. We score a lot of points. Had a tough little route. JD came out, fucking kicked our ass. That always hurts. Somehow we're still ranked above them, though. So fuck you, Avery. It's just a poll. No. We've had some tough games. I kind of pulled everybody up before the game. Harpies have always kind of been a rivalry team with me. For y'all that don't know, when me and Grant first came in the league together, we definitely didn't really see eye to eye. Look at this guy. We didn't see eye to eye. May or may not have led to a suspension of me. It's a long time ago. But we're really cool now. This game was competitive beginning to end. I know a lot of y'all got to come in the end and see it, and you saw the energy on the field. It was fucking insane. Katie told me out of the games she's reffed, it was one of her favorite games she's reffed. It was just a really cool game. Everybody really got along pretty good on both sides. There wasn't no arguing. Other than Luke from Lady Bird, I want to shout him out, who didn't even fucking play. He was on third base talking shit the whole time. And I also play third base, so I shut him the fuck down there. But Harpies are good. I think, what is that, 3-4 losses in a row for them? 4 losses in a row. They are good. They battle. Holy shit, man. Like,
hey, I'm the baby Harpy.
It was crazy.
State your name, sir.
My name's Elliot Alvers. I'm the youngest of the Alvers family. But I will say one thing about that game. I had so much fun. You guys...
Dude, that was a fucking fun game.
Yeah, it was. And you guys were the best team to play because you guys didn't bicker once. There was none of that.
You got us on a good week, bro.
I know. I mean, I guess I did, but hey, I will say
that was not what I was expecting.
That
him
was,
to say.
I think, my favorite game we played so far. We played hard. We made some mistakes, but
dude, we
had
needed
fun.
it. I told everybody before the game started. I was like, we fucking need this. We need this bad.
So did we.
Let's go back to having fun. We've kind of just been at each other lately.
And I think that was the same thing for us.
I made a whole new lineup before the game. I was like, this could fucking backfire. Harpies are a good team. They could kick the shit out of us. It worked.
Should have, but we didn't.
It worked really good. But both sides, it was back and forth almost every inning. If you had the score sheet,
oh yeah,
it was insane.
It was insane.
Hey,
I will say, shout out to you, Kenny,
bro.
That was
Welcome
so fun.
to the league, dude.
Hey,
Welcome to the league.
Hey, this is a great season to start on, and that was my favorite game so far.
Oh man,
except that
respect.
The Harpy global game that was sick. But
so you guys two battles
going on
back and forth, man. Like
we had.
Got a reset this week, don't they? Don't they have
they have
Empire, don't they?
We'll get into that. But last thing I want to say, Grant just did an amazing job coaching for them too. Like,
he always does, even though he
really did.
As the little brother, I'm sick of his shit, but you know, I love him.
Yeah, we got a bunch of notes here. Sean, you wanna dive in?
So Honey Badgers had Zach had a sweet diving catch on Max's kick to right in the 5th. The Harpies, Thomas, great diving catch in the top of 9th.
That catch was fucking
Thomas
sick.
made that catch. That is top 5 catch of the year. He also, I think, is out for the entire fucking year. He went to the hospital, broke his collarbone. But man, I wish that would have obviously I wish he didn't get hurt. I wish we could have recorded that because that fucking catch could have went to ESPN.
The fact that he held onto that ball
insane.
is fucking insane.
Don't give anything away from Zach's catch because Zach's old as shit. And where's Cosgrove? You saw that catch that Zach made in right field. Holy shit.
I will say, like, I've been in the league for a while, and I will say I've doubted Zach for a long fucking time, but he was the MVP
You are lucky
of your
he's not
game.
here.
No, dude, he was the MVP of your game.
He fucking
100%.
killed it. He
His
killed it.
kicks and his fielding were amazing. So,
He killed it.
but yeah, that was a great. That was an easy game to
my
ref.
red-headed brother.
All right, YSC 6 at 5 p.m. The Sod Squad mows down the Woos 10-6.
Sod fucking squad, baby.
Sod fucking Squad, Neff running wild.
It's a very likable team.
I've been telling you guys.
I see why you like
Sod fucking squad.
They're solid. I will say also, if one more person comes up to me and calls me Ross this year, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Ross is way better looking than me, but I'm faster.
Oh.
Mic drop.
I would say, well, I think the problem
I think Mr. Angle will take umbrage to that. Mr.
I think like hat, sunglasses off. You guys look nothing alike. You put sunglasses and hat on, you guys look exactly alike. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
he's
fast.
way taller. Sorry, Kenny. He's way taller. No, he's taller than you. You short, honey. You a shorty. I still love you.
I will foot race both of you any day, and
Any
you will
day?
get beat by a damn near 40-year-old
Bring
man.
the combine back.
Oh my god!
Bring the combine back.
I know. I should start the combine. We should have a combine. Yeah, I mean, but you want to have a foot race between Ross, Kenny, and Mr. Meredith? We can make it happen. Sure.
Dude, Sean don't mind.
Sure.
Come on. Sean will injure himself for the rest of the year. He's
No,
trying to do that.
let's run it. 40, 110. You want to run hurdles? Let's fucking go. I'll run 110 men's intermediate. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
Mr. Penn, do you want to join these reindeer games to the sprint? I don't know.
I'm dead.
You want him? I don't know.
I'm fucking little.
I know. You're hurt. I know.
No.
Oh boy.
YSC 6 at 7 p.m. Post House goes deep in.
Jesus
on
Christ.
Global Cafe 11-10.
Oh my gosh. Says Liz. Woo.
Post House.
It's true.
Marcus
Thank you,
hit
Matthew.
a fucking dinger to left center, 250 feet.
That thing left the camera. If you watch the video,
Yeah.
I lost sight of it.
Simon hit a bomb that bounced over the fence and scored 3 runs.
Expected.
And Global gets a heartbreaking loss.
Man.
By the way,
I was waiting for the
I don't want-
expected,
by the
but
way,
the
real
lead-in
quickly,
failed.
hey, I don't want people want to say this. This was the Jets Bowl. I just want to say this: former team versus current team, the Jets Bowl.
Yeah, Jess looked pretty hyped up. She looked
That's one way to
she looked
fucking
pretty
put
hyped
it.
up.
That's
She's
one
pretty
way to
hypey.
put it. Yeah, no, dude. I mean, I don't think anybody in the league can beat us on a small field, man. It's not fair. It's not.
It's not grass. Or a big field.
I don't think that matters either, though. But it's like a small field. We're the only team that has 4+ people that can kick ball with fence.
Playing post house on a tiny field is like playing KTC at Hobbs.
Yes.
You just
Man,
can't
well,
win.
I just went through that, and let me say, it
just
wasn't
can't
fun
win.
either. And,
Yeah.
not even to go back on that, not take away from your game, but yeah. Fuck KTC at Hobbs.
It's a beat. It's a.
They just look at home. Like,
That's
they
their-
don't really make errors there.
That's it.
It's weird.
I just want to say the loss was not heartbreaking, Liz, because I had more fun playing in this game than I did beating KTC and beating Harpies the last couple weeks. There
damn,
was just
okay.
no drama. There was no like weird, close, shitty calls. Like Trey only got fired up like once. It was just like 9 innings of solid kickball, and then one of us had to lose, and it was like. It could have gone either way, I think, and it was fun.
What was it as fun as say playing a team like Johnny's?
I don't know. That whole day was like a fever dream that I.
There were also some terrible
choose to
reffing
forget.
calls in that game as well.
It was weird. But yeah, so shout out to Post. Like I would play that game Sunday I wish that was every Sunday.
Even when I watched the video, like it was exciting to even watch it, just to see everybody's body language. Like it just looked intense. I wish there's so many games this year. I wish I could have watched instead of.
Well, yeah, thanks to Marcus, it's like I feel like I've seen
that's
so
what I
many
want to
more
say.
teams.
Thank you, Marcus, man.
Yes.
Like continue this. If you need any help with anything, like in the future, we can do this to more games. Like I think that'd be really cool for the league.
I mean, GoPros aren't that expensive. It's not that hard.
KVK, where that
It's
money
not
at?
gonna take. But no, I'll say, like, obviously we lost them in the playoffs last year. The only difference I regularly recognize, besides AO, obviously, unfortunately, could not be there, was Jess.
Shout out my brother AO.
And, well, yeah, we have Josh back, which obviously helps. But, you know, I'd like to think, and like respectfully, I think very highly of Julie. I think very highly of Cal. I think very highly of Olivia. But I do think Jess is one of the best girls in the league. And we won the game by 1 run. And I believe she kicked in a run. She had a couple plays. Like, I really do think, like, you talk about a best free agent acquisition. You know, I think Jess, at the end of the day, I think, like, if we win the league, I think Jess is going to play a massive role in that. So
I think that's huge, too. To me, Jess is definitely one of my favorite defensive ladies in the league. I mean, she can kick too, but her defense is fucking insane. Like, she hounds the ball.
Yeah, she's insane.
She can play first base. She can play outfield. She's dope. I respect it.
And thank God this week's over, because dealing with her last week was a lot. So
you guys have played a lot of close games, man.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to help you in the long run?
I mean, you'd like to think so, at least mentally, because that Sure Factory game was not good for a long time. It was very dark for a long time.
I repped that, and it was fucking insane.
But, yeah, you think it's going to help, but just got to win out. And obviously, I'm sure we can talk about this in discussion, but, like, that top 4 grouping is just hellacious.
Dude,
like,
even the top 10, I feel in some situations, the top 10 almost, maybe outside of the top 2, like, most of those games are going to be really close.
And I would say, obviously, this is KVKL, where, like, most fun wins, and no one would ever throw games. But, like, if this was a professional sports league, like, I think we would have a week 9, 10 people throwing games situation for seeding purposes. Because it's, like, the, like, worst thing in the world could be KTC losing another game, because they're going to go from the 1 seed to the 4 seed. And it's crazy to think about. But,
I just think those close games, like, they're really going to help you. It just builds. 2 weeks from now, she said she'd help me. It really just builds that team morale. When you're in those close games, like, I know with us, we've been going through a rough time, like I talked about. We had that close game. Like, our dugout was rocking, man. Like, and all week we've been texting, like, such a good game. I think that's going to help Post House a lot. And they look like they have a lot of fun while they're playing, too.
Yeah. All right. So before we move on to YSC 7, once again, the week 7, we are live here from the R Bar and Patio here at 610 Florida Street, home of Lawrence fucking Kansas' best wings in town. This week is sponsored by Posh Wash and Pet Health Market at 1520 Wakarusa Drive, Suite C. Online at poshwash.net, or you can contact them via phone at 785-856-7297.
If you need your dog's anal gland, whatever, take it to Posh Wash. They'll do it for you.
Oh. YSC 7 at 5 p.m. The Dumbbells bust a clean jerk on Free State.
Get
8-3.
Seth. Get fucked.
This is an upset. This is quite the upset. What happened?
Let's head to the notes first. Dumbbells Gage with the bounce over the fence. Nice catch by Natalie to end the game. Fun game to ref. Dumbbells have some kickers. Free State, where's the bunt? Sincerely, Nick Lerner.
I love that Nick left his name.
He puts his name to his questions. He wants.
Nick said, "You want smoke?"
I'm surprised there wasn't like a.
Seth has to answer. I see we get standings, we get rankings, but there's no real explanation for what I would have to, at least on paper, say horrific losses.
Yeah.
But I think Seth's going to have to put himself out there
where
this
Dumbbells
week.
fall in the rankings? Like mid-20s, right?
That was the old
mid-20s.
Well, now see, they're falling in the mid-20s. Homewood.
They had some good kickers
This is a
last
team
year.
that for the first 3-4 weeks had a real hard time even getting 10 people here. And now that
Which
they've
team?
got
Dumbbells?
Dumbbells.
Yeah.
And now that I want to say this is the 3rd week in a row that they've had a full roster, and they're 2-1 or 3-0 now in that time frame. Cougar? I mean, I'm sure you've got the schedule there, but I don't want to be wrong in saying they're 3-1, but
they lost last week to 23rd Street Brewery.
They lost to 23rd. So they're 2-1.
No. Like in week 5, they only had 9 against the Tropics. No.
Okay.
So only maybe 2 weeks.
But nonetheless, I mean,
2
beating
weeks.
Free State 8-3 is impressive, no matter how you fucking dice it up. So
Free State's a good defensive team. They really. I mean, I've roughed a couple of their games, and they have a hard time scoring. So maybe like Nick says, where's that bunt? Use that bunt.
Maybe Seth's team wouldn't have horrific losses if he put Post House number 1 in his AP poll.
Maybe Bryson. Maybe.
So something to think about.
And the only outlier for Free State scoring is that 17-10 win over Jazz House. We know Jazz has been struggling, but other than that, they can't score. Even though that they jumped early on the tropics a month ago, they have trouble scoring. They just do. And Bunts, they just don't have an offensive identity. That's a problem. You know.
Well, we're going to have to see, I mean, if they're going to make any sort of run at returning to the Diana plate or even having a chance at defending it, they're going to have to get something
But you know what?
figured
Good
out
on dumbbells
fast.
because dumbbells had a struggle this season, and higher expectations. I know some of the players graduated from college and moved on to big people's jobs out of town, so kind of reset for Gage. At weeks only played with 9 players, so good for Gage, and it's a good.
Love
captain.
Garden has people
He's a good
driving
player.
from St. Louis to play, so
What's that?
What's the excuse?
I don't know. So that's one thing. But good for Gage. Good for I like Gage for dumbbells. Our captain. I like him. So good for him.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. Red Lion comes up short against Shirt Factory 10-9. Let's take a peek at the short notes before Cougar stretches out his vocal cords. Red Lion, Alyssa diving catch at short. Bang up comeback in the 8th and 9th by Red Lion. Cougar, I'm sure
No,
you've got
I'm
a
taking
plethora
this
of
one.
notes.
I heard a rumor.
Uh-oh, what's the rumor and innuendo?
So the rumor that I heard was the refs were favoring Shirt Factory.
Oh.
I think it was the last inning.
Rumor has it that the scorekeeper screwed up and said it was 5-9 when it was actually 5-10. So Red Lion came back and they thought the score was 9-9, and then the scorekeeper was like, "Oh no, they got 10."
Math's not that hard. You can count yourself.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, okay, well. Red Lion thought that they tied the game and we're going to go into overtime.
If you can't count to 10, I can't help you.
Cougar,
Well,
you got some notes for me?
So I got notes by Mr. Hutnick for Red Lion. Quote: "Their ladies absolutely dominate offensively, made all the difference in the late inning surge. Otherwise, the game pretty much what you expected from these teams." I gotta say the Shirt Factory, their ladies like Willoughby and Riley. I don't know if there's any core of ladies that's faster than the Shirt Factory. Who's faster than those? I heard those two are fast as fuck. Those two. I don't know which core ladies in the league are as fast or faster than those two. I don't know. I heard they're really fast.
I mean,
I'm not saying better, just fast. You guys are fast. You're right. JD's, their ladies are pretty fast.
John Denver said they'll put their ladies up against anybody in the league.
Did Kansas Tree Care just all of a sudden lose?
No. They have good speed, but I've heard that their ladies are fast as fuck.
Liz is not slow, and Angela's pretty damn. She kicks fucking 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm just talking about pure speed. I've heard about Willoughby and Riley. They're fast as
I mean,
fuck.
they're fast. I played against somebody.
Yeah.
Combine.
Yeah.
Amberly will race
Combine.
them. Amberly said to race them.
Combine.
You want a combine?
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
I want to say, I said on the Pirate Pod last week that this game was going to be close because this is the type of game that supersedes. I was talking to, I think her name's Brienne, right? That's her name. On my way walking into Game of the Week. I told us it does not matter how good one team or the other is. This game is always going to be close. Literally, Shirt Factory obviously is playing. I mean, they beat Johnny.
Playing over everybody's expectations.
Yeah,
all
and
year.
then they still play a close game with Red Lion, who is struggling.
But Red
this year.
Lion at this time of the year is when they start doing that shit. They don't give a fuck at the beginning of the year. They start playing better, and then I played them a couple weeks ago. I thought we were going to beat the dog shit out of them like we usually do, and it was way closer than I thought.
But last year they went 9-1 last year, 8-2 last year. Red Lion did, so that's the outlier last year.
Well,
and then they lost the second round.
Yeah.
To who?
Johnny.
To Johnny's.
Last year?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
It was a 5-12 upset.
Yeah.
Also, did we just forget that Carrie exists?
Yeah.
My apologies, because
Carrie's the shit.
She is actually the fastest girl in the league. It is not
I
even
think
up for debate.
fastest. But if we had a combine, we could figure all this out. We get a combine going.
We do an average 40 time. Like what's the?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think 60 would be better than 40.
So
because we know
it feels hard to
yeah.
get the math down here. Thank you, Liz, for the water.
Yeah, math is hard.
I agree, Liz.
Take your 40 and divide it by
I just
2.
think Red Lion veteranship. A lot of the time, it just takes over. You kind of overlook them as a defensive team, and they can play some pretty decent defense. I think they were missing people most of their games too. Ben told me.
Yeah.
I think they had
Almost every week.
they're missing people.
people
Yeah, they
is
had to go back.
missing people is not an excuse.
It's not
Not an
Missing
excuse.
people is
Yeah,
not an
well,
excuse.
when they have them here, they fucking almost beat Sure Factory. So that sounds like a fucking excuse to me.
I mean, it
What do I
can
know?
be
What do I know?
if you're looking
KBKL
for.
is the same weeks every single year. We
No,
play
no-
at the
no cap,
same
no cap.
times every single year. If you let yourself be busy on Sunday nights, that means that player is just not caring enough or not really on your team.
Bryce, I heard you a couple weeks ago, and you said you would skip anything. I'm about the same way, dude.
I 1 week. You get 1 week, in my opinion.
I missed one ever,
week.
and it was a float trip that I paid a bunch of money before. I tried to do
Yeah.
everything to move it.
You get 1 week, in my
Fucking
opinion.
let's go.
Anything else, no excuses.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Arbor!
Whew.
Thanks.
Oh boy. YSC 8 at 5 p.m. Sound the horns. 3 in a row.
Empire,
Empire
baby.
scrub the Rockets launch 22-16.
Sean, look what you created, Sean. You created a monster. You created a monster.
So here's the thing about Empire. So Empire, real quick. Here's the records. First ever winning streak in Empire's history. Most wins ever in the franchise history by Empire. Congrats. Rosa, the mic is yours. The mic is yours, Rosa.
I'm so proud of our team.
Hey, I'm so happy for y'all.
And
man.
I think
I'm so happy
I
for
really
you.
think we could give our bar challenge them to be the most fun because we have a lot of fun. Yeah. But that's it.
Clay will gladly accept that challenge.
I know. I'm glad he's not out here. I'm scared he's going to yell at me. So
Rosa, 3 high scoring, 22-16. My word.
yeah, it's our most scoring game ever, right? Yeah.
You guys
So-
are putting up numbers. What's been the difference for you?
I know. We were just talking about this. What's the difference? I think we finally figured out a good lineup. I think we finally have learned how to bunt a few times, to place kick, to be aggressive on the bases. So stuff that it just took us a while. We're just a little slow at learning.
No, I knew that you guys, from the first time I saw you guys play, that you guys were going to be good. You guys just needed to sync.
Yeah.
And you guys have, and you're fucking phenomenal. I'm so happy for you.
And we've had a lot of good advice from seasoned players telling us stuff, like you guys should hang out outside of playing kickball. And that's really helped build a team. And yeah, so
You guys
thanks
are my favorite
everybody
team.
for your support. We love you.
I love you, Empire. Oh, wait.
The notes that we have on this: Empire play at the plate in the bottom of the 8th for an out. Double play by Dick at first in the bottom of the 3rd. Rockets, Kylie's bunts, chef's kiss. Lexi with the double to left center. And before we move on, I think that, without speaking to anybody on the panel tonight, I think I speak for all of us. I want to take a moment to extend our deepest condolences to Matt Dick, who on July 6th did lose his father. From all accounts, not only a great man, but from the person that I get to play with, against, and all summer beside, a great man and all that he's done in life. So here's to you. Here's to your father. I'm very sorry for your
Amen.
loss.
Here. Love you, Matt.
I haven't gotten a chance to talk with On or Brooks from Ringers, headquarters Ringers, in a few weeks, but I just hope that they are not feeling discouraged and are feeling pumped up by Empire, that, it's a tough league to get into and get used to, but I hope that they are feeling inspired by Empire, like
Cal,
we all are.
I spoke to
So-
Brooks. He's my former teammate, our teammate, Arctic Tropics. His spirits seem pretty good. He says they're getting closer. He knows there'll be bumps in the road. For the most part, I talked to Brooks, and we've known Brooks to be a positive guy. Ryan knows this,
100%.
being on the Tropics last year. Brooks is one of the most positive guys. He was an asset to our dugout all season last season. So, yeah, his spirits is pretty high as captain. Yeah, that bumps the road, the first-year team. But I think they're pretty good. Honest to goodness truth.
I know,
they're good.
rough road, but he said the only team that he doesn't really like is the Scoonies, but what else is new there?
I feel that. I bet he's a fun dude. I definitely think they'll figure it out. It's a tough league to get into. Even the bottom teams, if you come and you don't really know how to play kickball, you might get your fucking ass kicked, as the Scoonies showed. So, tough league.
YSC 8 at 7 p.m. I don't want to read this out too early because something might change by the time the game ends.
Oh,
Johnny send John Denver into a lifelike tailspin, 8-5.
That's not nice.
I have a question.
And I just had
One
parentheses, Avery post and score thread. So
Yeah. Avery, did you actually post like live in the eighth inning?
live in the 2
Oh,
outs.
I thought you were trolling.
Who's on the phone on Facebook in the eighth inning?
I thought you were like making a joke, like like we were up 5-1, we lost, and like
Avery,
pretending that
why?
happened.
Why would you do that?
I cannot believe you actually. That's wild.
Why would you do that?
Troll. The game was over. I'm not over at third base, like posting on the Facebook scores thread. No, that was just like hilarious. Yeah, we were up 5-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and a liner comes at me, and I pop it up, and our rover almost catches it.
Damn.
And then, so they had nobody on base, and then they scored 7 runs somehow.
Dude, Johnny's good. But it also
All of a
shows JDE's defense to hold them to 1 run until then. That's really impressive. I played
We were
JDE. That
fucking
defense
shutting them down.
It can be really tough to score on sometimes.
There's only
man.
3.5 innings in this whole game where like anybody scored. Like they got 1. We had a run an inning with 5, and then they got that one with fucking 7. And then we loaded the bases in the top of the 9th, but didn't get anything. We flew out to like end the game. Empire and Rockets, like a lot of people will complain, like higher competitive teams, and then you get like lower competitive teams like umping. They did a fucking fantastic job umpiring.
Awesome,
Like crew was like really good, and I just felt like I think they made the right call like every single time, and like there weren't like a whole bunch of like close calls, but there were like some where we had to like come together and like talk about it, and yeah, I think they did just a really good job. And I mean, we made like a couple errors there in that 8th inning, but yeah, really just Johnny's put together a streak of kicks that was odd and effective, and it was really good. And we lost, and I'm just gonna think about that for the rest of my life, and never stop thinking about it.
It's a good take.
Yeah,
I have a thing
about all
I'd
this.
like to raise about Johnny's real quick. If you just think for a second and you eliminate the fact that they beat Global on grass, which I'm a firm believer that like you can't really blame the elements. Like, they lost, but they did play on grass. And you look at the fact they lost to Shirt Factory, like I really think their game against us and then the pretty obvious flex matchup against KTC, like it makes me sometimes wonder. Like Johnny's result, I've watched them play. They look very good, but like they were done 5-1 in the 8th inning. If they lose that game, somehow you don't give up 6 runs or 7 runs in that situation.
somehow that
That's
doesn't
another loss. Then makes you. I think them coming back and winning this game has helped keep their mental like what everyone thinks about them. Because if they lose that game, all of a sudden it's like they got really lucky against Global and they're really not that like they're good. Obviously, they're very very good, but they're not that good. Whereas like now they're still keeping like they're really good. Everyone still thinks they're really good. That's just my opinion. Like I think they're really good. I don't want them writing this on a bulletin board before they play us. But like it is very interesting. Like they had an insane comeback to like maintain what everyone thinks about them because all of a sudden it all changes in that situation. So
Here's Johnny's number 1 fan.
Oh no,
Cal.
this has nothing to do with Johnny's. Although I am so sad that Austin Wagner isn't here right now.
Yeah,
I
where
am
the
also
fuck
sad
is he?
about that.
You're supposed to be here. I messaged him,
That's
Austin
the
Wagner.
only reason
What the
I
fuck? I
came.
brought you a free shirt. Now I'm giving it to someone in the crowd.
Between the two of us, I think we got like 8 DMs between 2 and 5 a.m. and then he no-showed.
I think that's
pretty Austin-esque. It's pretty Austin-esque, I will say.
Okay.
I just wanted to see him, man. He moved, and he's one of the, as a hyphy player myself, I think he's top 5 other hyphy in the league when he's here.
Sure.
I wanted to see him, man. So I'm disappointed. Austin, if you hear this, what the fuck, dude?
No. So not about Johnny's, but I can give Avery a hard time because everyone gives Avery a hard time, but I genuinely love Avery. He's one of my best friends. However, I've been very upset with his captaining, coaching, screaming, like overall, like I don't know if it's the shrooms, I don't know what it is, but like I watched them with squids like battle back and forth. Like it was a great game, and then they go up. I don't know if it was the bottom of the ninth. They had an opportunity to at least tie, if not win.
He said bases were loaded and they flew out.
No. I'm talking about the game against Squids.
Oh, my bad.
Where there was runners at first and second, no outs. All Jeff Coulter had to do was kick it on the ground to the right side, kick it to the something. Instead he kicked it to Short, who got like CJ doubled up, and I was like, that's the only thing you couldn't do. And I just after the game I was like, Avery, what? And he was like, yeah, I don't know, I just didn't tell him what to do.
I mean, sometimes even if you tell them what to do, it doesn't mean they're going to do it.
Well, no, but that to me is the difference this year. Why like JDE is just going to.
So you're saying Avery's a shitty ass coach. That's what you're saying.
Sure. No, I would never say that. I've just been confused.
You trolled me with Taylor Swift my entire game.
Because it's just weird to me.
You're shitty, Avery.
It's just weird to me.
Sorry.
There are just rules at that point of like a game or I don't know. Just.
No rules, just red. We're out backstage.
All right. Okay. That's
Next
all
time, take your clothes off. Maybe you'll win.
Not that I didn't want Johnny's to get the dub. Johnny's all the way.
I think Avery has JD right where they want him because they're sneaky as fuck. Because look, last year they almost took KTC out. They came and smacked the shit out of us. Went extra innings with KTC. They can play. They've shown they can play almost anyone. Their defense at times is one of the like crazy. Josh can boot over the fence any fucking time.
Nobody snatches defeat from the jaws of victory like the John Denver experience. Let's fucking go!
Hey. Side note, I don't know if anyone here bet on the All-Star game, but I have money on the American League. And
they're crushing.
They're up 2-1. The National League just had a home run called back, which was pretty sick. Yeah, that's pretty good for me. I just wanted to call that out.
I watch baseball.
League.
Go National League.
DH for life.
Go National League.
National League sucks, Cougar.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't follow losers
Tomorrow night.
in the inferior league. We let pitchers bat because we want automatic outs in the baseball.
I'm now going around the DH. I wanted this pitcher, but now DH is fine. It's fine.
Yeah, thank God that the DH has saved baseball. It's weird how ratings are up. Kids are interested again because they don't have to watch every third player with a point fucking 8.7 average because they're in the NL.
National League's still better.
That being said,
right, Sam?
Hobbs Park, 7
right.
o'clock.
Hobbs Park, 7 p.m. Triple X let the cork suckers drip dry after a 6-7 showdown.
Well done by Triple X. Good win over a good corksucker squad. Someone wants to come up here.
Notes say
the most shy person in the league.
Everyone was very nice, kind, and respectful. Fun teams all around.
Triple X.
Hi, Emberly.
What happened to Clint? I saw he was on crutches.
Yeah.
Did that happen in the game?
Is he hurt?
Slipped on a wet clit. He was out.
I just want to say.
Boy put it out for City League. Can you believe it? He put it all out for City League.
Yeah, and you said people don't care about City League, Kenny.
I know there's someone on Moore's team
Clint's been playing City League since it was invented, I think.
I just want to say, Triple X, when they play kickball, reminds me a lot like just watching a Triple X movie you've never watched before. Sometimes it's very good, sometimes it's very bad.
Sometimes you pause it and rewatch it.
Yeah.
It depends on who we paid that week also, you know. Like, it's all about the actresses.
Sometimes you get the good talent, sometimes you don't get the good talent.
Refs are getting paid. Is Thomas O'Flanagan here?
Not that I've ever watched a Triple X movie in my life.
By the way, quick facts. There's a movie gallery across the street. These two have an adult section right there. I used to work there.
You would know that.
Yeah,
I work there. I don't rent shit from there. I just work there.
Bryson, I actually ran a family video at 2 locations, one here in Lawrence and Topeka, for 2 years. 11% was the smallest amount of total revenue each year that came from the adult room.
I believe it.
How much of that came from
And you
Cougar?
want to know a secret?
Zero.
Everybody.
Shut up.
No. Everybody would return their DVDs in their Sunday's best on their way to church with their 65-year-old
Way
wives.
to keep it classy.
And I'm not going to spill too many beans, but let's just say a lot of the most rented titles started with "That Ain't My Daughter."
That's wild.
So if we're going to keep talking about fucking real quick, I'm just kidding. I am really happy and proud of my team. Like we said, it's a new year. Family videos are successful. You guys are nuts with this family video thing. But no, super proud of my baby team. I got a lot of youngins on there. So for them to come out, I got some youngins. I got some barely legals if we're going to go triple X on there. I mean, just so you guys know, step sibling porn is the best porn. But anyway, so anywho, diving into the game. Triple X really went out there. I'm really proud of them. Corksuckers, man, they're a really experienced team. They have a lot of members who've been playing for a long time. So I'm not saying they're old. I'm just saying, a Viagra is needed. So next time, take that little blue pill. Triple X is ready. Good to see you.
All I know is you better watch out for Triple X. They're going to beat you with non-players. So, watch out.
Not me.
Yeah, you, Kenny. Be scared.
Hobbs Park, 9:15. Game of the week. Sacred Sword ran like Forrest Gump all over the late fees. Officially 21-3.
Jesus.
On the scorebook, it says 22-6.
My God, that game! I swear, it looked like a racetrack.
Cougar, before you start, the second in what I will stand by to my death, in top to bottom for this year, is the best scheduling that the league-wide has had ever. The second enough already game at Game of the Week.
Second enough already. Yep. First was Asteroid Head losing to Red Legs. What, 17-0? Yep. Boat race, but here, my God, it's like a racetrack. Sacred Sword, the most attempts I take an extra base I've ever seen. Seriously, just go around the bases. It's like it's like a race. It's like a horse race.
I hadn't seen Adam move that fast since his second date with his wife.
Were you there? Adam, you care to rebut what Sean just said?
That Sacred Sword team's fucking good, man.
I just hope Sean erased the tape. That's all I got to say.
They need to be humble, though. They're kind of showing off a little bit. I don't give a fuck what you are.
Our team is young. Our team is young. They're exuberant. And I think the league should embrace the young blood.
Agreed.
I'm embracing them. They're fast.
No, they're. I mean, I had no fucking clue how good
we
that
showed
team
up tonight
was.
and chose chaos.
They're very.
We
good.
showed up tonight and chose chaos. Let's talk about the push. Y'all want to talk about the push because you posted about it on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, but y'all posted it on Facebook. That's
if you
why I'm
want
here.
to talk about the push,
I
make a strong argument we probably shouldn't talk about the push.
Oh no, I as a big fan of the rules.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that this discussion is being had because it is
Please
a
go
very big learning point for everyone in the league, regardless of language spoken, because I think we can all figure out what these two things mean.
Okay, I think that's fair. However, you're not considering the whole truth.
That is the whole truth.
Well, okay.
The universal language.
Let's hear 'em out.
Pietra, let me speak. Pietra is from Brazil.
Okay.
She doesn't speak English. And the speaker over there was really loud at the third base dugout. It was really hard to hear. We borrowed a louder speaker than we normally have, and it was, thank you, Jackie. It was really loud. She did not hear me. And if you look at the tape, which I did today, someone showed me the video, I did not push her. I had my hand on her shoulder, and I guided her that way. I definitely touched her. I definitely touched her. And if you want to call her out retroactively, then we could talk about that.
I mean, you wouldn't.
So people pretending that I shoved her, that's ridiculous.
Well, it doesn't matter. The actual exact wording of the rule is any aiding of the runner, which.
I don't care if it's an out. If it's an out, then have the ref
where's
call it.
Cosgrove to ask about balls and strikes? I hear him in the background.
Sean, 1 second. What's your name? Your name's Josh. 1 second. Your name's Josh, right? I think. Yeah. So I don't know if you're aware. Are you aware why I posted that?
I don't.
Okay, so I got kicked out of the league 2 years ago for doing the exact same thing you did.
Okay.
The exact same thing you did. Mind you.
Was the context the same?
Mind you, the person does speak
The
English.
context
but
in the,
even
in
worse,
the distinction of rules does not matter.
I'm not talking about the rules.
No, and
If you
I'll
wanna,
say-
this isn't about, just to clarify, Sean, I'm not talking about the out. If the ref wanted to call her out because
Yeah.
I touched her, that's
She should've
fine.
been out, yeah.
That's what I'm
I
talking
thi-
about. I'm talking
yeah.
about the insinuation that I was pushing
No, yeah,
someone
I want
off the
the
base.
record to show. I do not think what you did. I made the comment below. I don't know. Obviously, you're not
I'm not on
you didn't say
Facebook.
it.
I don't know.
I made the
I heard
comment.
about
You
it.
do not deserve to get in trouble because my take is it's a learning lesson, just like I had to learn.
Yeah, like
in my
it's-
opinion, you
it's
just can't
great
do it.
discussion.
You can't
A lot of
do it.
people wouldn't know.
That's the big thing. You just can't do it. And my take is I think context does matter. And in yours, like you weren't being malicious. You weren't being like you were like telling her to go. You wanted her to go. You know. And that's exactly.
And if you look at the video,
Yeah.
I'd like
100%.
everyone to look at the video just to prove.
I think
just to
the
prove
video
another
helps
point.
you.
At the- when she gets to home, she stands on home and waits
I
because she
saw.
doesn't know what
She
to
had
do
no
next.
clue. She was like standing there with her front and back.
I saw the same
Agreed.
thing when she got to second. Somebody kicked it when she was on second. She didn't take off until and it was a line drive. She didn't take off until the ball hit the grass.
And
Most
she's
people would've
having a
been
great time.
halfway there. So I could definitely tell that the rule's the rule. So
Yeah.
something should have happened. Got it warned. You guys beat the shit out of him anyways.
We had a
It
great
doesn't
time.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Life goes on.
We had a great
Let's go.
time.
Let's
we
fucking
love our
go.
team. So, there you go.
Yeah. Well done.
I do want to say though that this was not
Don't
the
slam the
late
mic, don't
fees
slam.
that played the posh wash. The late fees that paid the posh wash were on fucking point.
Yeah, they place kicks
this
very
was not
well.
The same late
It
fees.
just
That's all I have to say. They are better than.
Hey, my vote for
what
this
this
week was most fun of the team of the week was clearly, in my opinion, late fees. So
Yeah.
they got that
Having
vote this
that much
week.
fun getting
Yeah.
motor raced is impressive itself. Boat raced.
I said
yeah.
I said a couple weeks ago, I'm not that old, and I have nannied a couple of those Sacred Sword kids.
I heard
and
about that.
also, Josh, his son goes to Seabury, so it's like it's like a,
Former
it's a whole
Commissioner Hunt,
thing where I have
that's
like
right,
a
Commissioner
parent and a former little babe on a team. So, am I maybe
Two
they're my
things.
number one team now? Maybe that's the team.
I want to say, well, first off, my boy Neff is captain of the Leafies. I fucking love Neff. I would take a bullet right now for Neff. But I just want to say, I was in Las Vegas all last week for work, and I was consistently getting Facebook notifications about a thread that many, many, many good points by many, many, many smart people were made. And I just want to note that multiple late fees players made multiple comments about their team and the diversity they play with their inclusion. And it's worth noting, I think they kicked 12 with 4 that were not males, I believe would be the proper way to say that. But I did note, not an entire time, at least to my eyes, I could be wrong, that they played 7 males on the field the entire game, which I just found to be very interesting after multiple days of arguments about what the potential best gender ratio on the field is and the most competitive opportunity. So I just wanted to voice it because, again, everyone knows I'm always going to voice my opinion. And I thought it was rather sus that we spent many hours of our week arguing with each other and then you didn't back it up come Sunday. But, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Sacred looks good. They look fast. I think
Sacred Sword looks
but
fucking
I think
good.
Seth put them at 15.
Very good.
I think this is my take. I think like a Sacred KBC game would be pretty.
That would be
intense.
good.
I think that'd be pretty dope.
I think the thing with a team like Sacred Sword is I don't think they have young guys. And I remember when I was young and in the league, your athleticism can only take you so far.
That's true.
Jazz
I
House
was the
is
same
the
way.
most
I was
evidence
the
in the
same
world
way.
of that.
Yeah.
But the right matchup, even in the top
You will
10,
fucking obliterate them
I
like
think
that.
the right matchup will beat their ass, and the right matchup they could also win. Because they play the right team with that athleticism, man.
And
can't hold it.
And not only that, it's maybe we can revisit this in a discussion area, but it's I think
We are at the discussion area for what it's worth.
We've talked about the biggest benefactors and the biggest detractors who's been hurt the most of the scheduling this year, and I think if the two clear outliers for me at this point in the season that are going to get, unfortunately, the R-bar treatment next year, you're looking at possibly Sacred Sword and possibly 23rd Street. Both of those teams are playing out of their minds, especially 23rd Street. And then when that seeding comes next year, they're going to have that sudden realization that playing amongst the 20s is not the same as playing amongst the 10s.
Definitely not, and definitely not. When you switch your entire team, nobody knew Sacred Sword was going to have all those people, so they got the lower ranking. They're beating the shit out of all those teams down there. But yeah, when you do come up, athleticism is great, but when you start playing teams that this game to me is more strategic than having good athletes.
I remember a
helps
couple
lot,
years
but
ago, people laughed at me when I said speed isn't what wins games. I remember that. That's all I got to say.
So I have a grievance. And I have a question. Okay. One, the grievance is, we're over-interpreting the rules. Everyone's lobbing things over here at them, and we're cool with it. But, our bar had to give up a win last year because we were over-interpreting the rules. So maybe we could just chill out. And then second, I have to allege something. I think there's performance-enhancing drugs being taken. Because when I played Sacred Sword last time, most people looked like me. And then something changed, and now they don't look like me anymore. What happened?
Well, our average age, this has been a team I've played since 03-04, and this has been a team since 2006. Our average age last year was 42.
Oh my God.
Everyone retired, and the farm team, the Sacred Sword farm team from Baldwin, that we've been working on since they were babies, got called up.
Yeah.
And now our average age is 22.
I wanted
Only
to
four
say-
people held over. 22.
I said this to someone at Game of the Week. I spoke to Adam's class in March. I went to Adam's class and spoke to his class about working in sports and everything. And afterwards, or maybe it was before, I talked to him about kickball. And he said verbatim, I'm retired. I'm not playing anymore. And then I watched him on Sunday. I see him fucking zipping around the fucking bases.
Let me tell you a story about that. So
Let's hear it.
Adam wasn't playing this year. Me and Hank are captains. Adam's captain with me last year. He wasn't going to play. Week 1, and Nick Lerner can attest to this. Nick Lerner and Adam are walking up to our game, and I had a bunch of kids. And there's Adam, and he's with his kid, and he's just like, hey, we came to watch you guys. I'm like, you're not going to play? And then Nick's like, you're not playing? And I was like, oh, you betrayed me. You're playing with Nick. No. I said, you're just watching? He's like, yeah. I'm like, are your cleats in your car? They were in his car. He went to his car, got his cleats, and now he's
And
back.
here we are 7 weeks later. I love that.
And we love him.
So he's the opposite of me. When I retired last year, my cleats were never in the car. I was done. So it's hard. It's hard to retire. I get it, Adam. It's hard.
So the only thing that I will address, Clay, is the over-interpretation of rules. In aiding a runner is a little bit different than playing with an illegal lineup.
Both worthy of league suspensions, as far as I'm concerned. And also, speaking of league suspensions, Kenny, did you make a comment earlier that you got suspended at one point?
He already said it.
No, I was going to say, I don't.
I was trying to keep it in the past.
We don't know. No, the reason I asked Cougar. One second, let me talk, please.
Suspended?
I was going to say we have a Facebook group and you're not in it, so I was just kind of curious. I didn't realize. I got to get you in the group, bro.
I never suspended. I have ejected the player.
Suspended players group. Yeah,
No,
I got to get you in the
I've
group,
ejected
bro.
the player.
I'm sure it's a classy group of people.
It is because they don't let you comment in the Facebook group the season you've been suspended. So we just screenshot everything and comment in there and talk shit on it.
Dude, I was removed from the group.
Yeah,
and had to message somebody.
You do not want
in the fucking group.
You do not want to get kicked out of the
They blocked
KDKL.
me.
Honestly, it's fucking hell.
I was
It's like I would rather go to prison than be kicked out of the KDKL
I was like
again.
22 years old. I had to get on my girlfriend's phone. I was
Thank
like,
you.
What the fuck? Can you get on here? I can't. They blocked me from the group.
That's terrible, but you know what I think is even worse? They didn't block me. I just couldn't post anything. And everyone's talking shit on me all fucking week. And I just have to sit there. I can't react. I can't reply.
Do you want
like, this is fucking hell.
Do you know what's
Bryce, I
even
didn't
worse?
talk shit. I didn't post any shit.
Is getting ghost voted where
I
you
didn't do
can
it.
comment and you can see it so it looks like you're commenting and no one knows what you're saying.
Bro.
Oh, chef's kiss.
It was hell, man.
So good.
But we'll get you in the Facebook group, Kenny.
Cougar,
Yes, sir. Oh,
let's take a look at week 8.
Oh, you want to look at standings real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So last week Ben went 2-1, so he's 14-7. Guess what went 0-3? Oof, 12-9. Guess 2 went 1-2, 11-10. Sean, you went 1-2. It's my first losing season.
my first losing
14-7.
week.
And the only one person went 3-0. Oh, that was me. I'm still 12-9. I'll still second.
Who's winning, Cougar?
But you're tied with Ben for the lead. But you do have 0.5 bonus point.
That's
over
right.
Ben.
Shoutoutsville.
There you go.
All right, so
I got 1 bonus point, but I'm still 12-9.
yeah, keep trying.
For what it's worth, I went.
Somebody's
I went.
closer. I'm
I mean-
closer. I don't know.
You're closer. I mean, if you're looking for moral victories at being behind the big brother, it must run
This
with
is
the
Cougar here.
Pingree.
I'll take any moral
There's
victories.
something
This is
about being an
Cougar.
Everton fan that just
This is
falls
Cougar.
right in line
Cougar
with
will
that.
take any moral victories.
I
will
went
take
13-3 last week. That's all I gotta say.
What's that?
I went 13-3, correctly predicting every game. So.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
YSC 1 at 5 p.m. 3 X's at John Denver Experience.
Time out before we start. This is a pretty like spread apart week, right? Like it is.
This is
let's everybody take a guess how many run rules there are this week.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'm not even gonna look. I'm saying 5. 30 seconds. Saying 5.
No, just guess the number. 5?
Yeah.
4. I'll go 4. I'll go 4. I'm not even looking. I'll just go 4.
4.
4.
Hey, I didn't mean your team.
We didn't say your team, Emberly. We didn't talk about you.
I'd say 4. I'd say very confidently 4.
I'm going
4.
6.
6?
There's gonna be. I need
Oh,
the
I'm
lines.
gonna count that,
Lines
Sean.
an even 5.
Yeah.
Lines an even 5.
I'll take
down.
the over on 5. So
Hold on,
yeah, 6 is
Bryson.
where I'm sitting.
Nicole with 5. And then Kenny and Cougar with 4. Okay.
Sean was 6.
6? Oh, my word. We'll see. We'll revisit this.
I'm just doing the quick eye test.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to it later. Okay, let's get to the matchups.
All right. So so we got through matchup 1. YSC 1 at 7 p.m. Love Garden at Jazz House.
Time out. Were we also?
you missed the
Are we
Triple
also?
X.
Wait, hold on. Are we saying that JD's run ruling Triple X?
No one's saying that.
Oh, I feel like we didn't
I'll
talk
say
about it.
that.
We gotta go back.
No,
We
I
gotta
got
go
JD.
back.
I got JD or Triple X. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say they are though. They are gonna run rule them.
I got JD.
Something like that.
If you piss JD off, they will run rule you. I promise you, they will.
Avery.
Okay, you're run ruled. You're run ruled.
Yeah.
You're run ruled.
Decided by a foot race, my slowest girl versus you.
Oh shit. Avery, Emberly just messaged me on Facebook and said the team's gonna lose if you show up. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Carmen.
No, JDE, you better watch out because Triple X is going to show up and they're going to beat
And they're gonna
you
lose.
by a point.
I disagree. I got JD. I disagree, Nicole. I disagree, Nicole. No, it's not. No. Oh my gosh, Emberly, you're ridiculous. Oh my
YSC
gosh.
1
Moving
at 7 p.m. Love Garden at Jazz
Oh
House.
jeez. The slide continues for Jazz House. The disappointment continues.
So, yeah, Love Garden's going to be mad. They didn't score any points. They're going to come out. They're going to try to score a bunch of points. That's what you do when you're a top team and you lose. You come out in these games and you say, hey, motherfuckers, let's run it.
Does anybody have any inside info on? Is Jake showing up this week?
No, Freedom. And Kirby's gone though as well, correct? So
Kirby's gone for the year. That's your center fielder. Well, that's enough people. You'll be all right.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
You better.
That's someone who gets the split kick at best. I'll be back if we win it.
Yeah.
Kirby, no bueno, man. No bueno. Come on, bro.
YSC 2 at 5 p.m. Arbar at the Honey Badgers.
Run rule.
First run rule.
Run rule.
Run rule.
I think I'm gonna hop on that train
Our
too.
bar's got to come out, but the Honey Badgers are they're gonna bring it home.
All I know is that if our
is
bar
not
doesn't
character.
show up with a speaker this week, you guys are you're taking 7-point losses every week.
Gabby,
Yeah.
it doesn't start till next season, unfortunately.
This is going to be ugly.
We refound our stride. We're coming for the smoke. Also, I've already talked to our bar. We're hella cool with all them.
Our bar. I do have a question. I showed up to Game of the Week with a fucking smoke bomb and 100 shots. Jello shots. Where were you guys at? What? No, what? Come on. Beer?
Free beer is cool too.
Free beer, but a Jello shot?
Jello shots is traditional, but free beer is fine. Let's get back to it. Me and Clay have talked.
Oh boy.
We decided we
we've had a last 4 games. We've went through the fucking gauntlet. We're gonna have some fun. We're getting a keg together.
Love that.
We're getting a keg together. We're gonna drink some keg beer. Have
Teams
a good
need
old
to do
time.
more of that on these weeks, to be honest.
I'm definitely. I'm not gonna call it run rule. If it happens, it
calling
happens.
run rule. I'm
But
calling it.
My team definitely. We're trying to chill and have some fun.
I'm not calling shutout. I did that against Soda Jerks. It didn't work. I'm not gonna call shutout. No shutout.
It's gonna be a run
No,
rule.
no.
I bet you this will be the most fun game this week if we have a vote. I promise you that.
I'll
Promise you
say
that.
on the
Promise you that.
subject of buying kegs together, more teams need to do that. Like I think last season, Simon I think is out here somewhere. Who was it, Simon? Who was it we played last year? Simon's not listening to me at all. We played somebody, and we just I think it might have been our bar, and just agreed not to care about the game before the game, because we knew we were going to win.
Earlier this year.
Yeah.
Same thing. Earlier this year when we played the Ringers, it was their 3rd game ever.
15-0.
We went 15-0. We were
Yep.
chilling. After that, I mean, we
have fun.
We might have scored another 15, but we were chilling.
Hi, Liz.
And I think when you get up like that, there's no reason to even go score 30. KTC, Kansas Tree Care, whatever the fuck you call them these days.
Kansas Tree Care.
They do the same thing. You've said that so many times where you just kind of chill at that point. There's no need to flex.
Unless
or do
the
anything.
Ghost
It is
talk
what it is.
shit on them, shame on you.
Ghost fucked up.
And you get
Ghost
your
fucked
boat raised 28-1.
Well, if I may interject as a post-house player, that was honestly one of the most fun games I've ever had in my entire kickball career.
Yeah. They're a great, fun team to play.
Oh, we invented this wonderful game called Tornado Cup, so that was the best thing to come out of
Oh,
it.
I remember watching that.
No one cared
So
about
much
the score
fun.
at the end of the game. No one cared about who
Liz,
won or
what the hell's
lost. It was
Tornado
honestly
Cup?
that's what kickball's supposed to be about:
Liz.
is having fun.
Liz, what the hell is Tornado
We're
Cup?
showing out. It's going to
What's
be a good
Tornado
time.
Cup? What is that?
Yeah, what
Come
field you
over-
guys
you
on?
wanna
I'm
come over
on
and drink with us?
I'm gonna be at YSC
Let's
2
go.
at 5.
Let's
Unless
go.
we play at 5.
Yeah. Come do a keg
We play at
stand.
5.
Come fucking.
We're actually thinking about doing
Come on.
another Tornado Cup.
What is
thing
Tornado
next
Cup?
week, so
What is
it-
that?
Cougar, if you have to ask, you
Huh?
don't need to know.
I have one other thing
Okay,
to
I
say.
don't wanna know.
Every fucking game that people show up to,
I
like
don't
last
wanna know.
week, nobody roots for my goddamn team. Last week, everybody was on Ladybird's side.
It's not
There
me.
was nobody
It's
on my
I
side.
was.
Nobody.
Kenny, I was.
Nobody.
Kenny, I
other
was.
than fucking Cougar.
I was.
Unfortunately, it's not you, Kenny. It's the Harpies are America's team at the moment.
America's
That's the
team.
problem.
Well, sit the fuck down. Badgers in the house, baby. Let's go.
What? Fuck! Fuck! God damn it, man.
This is why I don't
Shit.
bet. This is why I don't bet.
Oh yeah. There you go. Fair enough.
888.
You know,
If you have a gambling problem, call 888 bets off. 888 bets off.
I was gonna let this go because I'm a forgiving person, not a forgetful, but a forgiving person. But Cougar, you just said that we were gonna get run ruled, so I'm gonna put it out there. A couple years ago, I reffed a game of the week. And there were a couple assholes who got on Facebook and were like, oh my God, the late fees and the R-Bar team, they were so bad at reffing the game. They didn't understand the basic rules.
said it.
By the way, if you
I
are a
said it.
reasonable person, these rules are fucking confusing. Okay, let's put that out there. And then they lost control of the game, and it was such a problem, and they didn't understand the basic rules. And then, while I'm gone, I would have done it while I was here, but while I'm gone, while I am doing my shit in Michigan, Cougar is our ref. And guess what, Coug? The rules don't get more basic than there's 3 fucking outs an inning, bro. And you lost track of the game when you let the team bully you
I made a
into
mistake,
saying
let
it
it
was a
go.
problem.
I made a mistake,
So,
let it go.
Mr. Glasshouse, do not
Already
throw
made-
your stones
Clayton.
any longer. Run rule.
Dr. Webb already said I
We're
made a
gonna
mistake.
feed
That's-
them enough beer that who fucking knows? I don't know why I'm talking to this accent. I don't talk
Already
to
said I
this
made a
accent.
mistake. Already
Well,
said I
I'm
made a
serious.
mistake.
This is my serious accent.
Clayton.
Our
we
bar,
get drunk
let's
every
fucking
game.
go.
We get drunk every game.
Clayton. Dr. Webb already said I made a mistake, and I admitted to it. Already said it, Dr. Webb. I did. I
Yes,
admit
it
I
was
apologize.
Cougar's mistake, and
I already admitted to it.
and
I did,
opinions
Dr.
are
Webb.
opinions.
I did.
But yeah, that refereeing was awful.
That's fine. That's totally fair, Mr. Dr. Webb. That's very fair.
YSC2 at 7 p.m.
That's fair.
D-Holes at the Bold Beavers.
Dude, those D-holes are going to stick it in with no lube. Watch out, Ball Beavers.
What's going? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a melancholy game. Because unfortunately, I remember this game last year, Sean, because this happened in week 2, and before that game between D-Hole and the Ball Beavers, Megan Harmon lost her father. So it's a kind of melancholy moment for me because I remember that. So hopefully it'll be a good game. D-Hole should win, but sorry, just brought back like a sad memory what happened last year. Sorry to bring that up.
On a side note, I just got a message from the consort himself, who is extremely incensed and wants everybody to know that 23rd Street is not our bar or the Dumbbells. They actually beat teams ahead of us this year, and those didn't. Man, he wish he came to this podcast.
Shipley?
Yeah.
Mr. Shipley?
I mean, they're going to lose
Shipley
this
lost
week.
to.
We haven't gotten there yet, but they're going to lose this week.
They lost with late fees. So, move along.
Isn't it past your bedtime, Cosgrove?
Yeah, it's getting
YSC3 at 5 p.m. Young Spine at Red Lion.
Young Spine's 5-2. That'd be a nice
I don't
season.
think that's going to make a difference in this game.
Red Lion's gonna spank them.
Yeah.
Are you calling run rule?
No.
Just spank.
I think
It's a 5 o'clock game. There's time.
Here's
to
my
drink. It won't
take.
be a run rule.
I'm gonna play both sides of this thing real quick. If the right Young Spine team comes up, Red Lion's gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna say that right now. They're gonna be in trouble. But
this is one of the only games of the week I can see going
Young
the other way.
Spine
Honestly.
is literally the most
game of the week.
inconsistent team in the league at the moment, and I couldn't name a single player on that team besides Aaron. So and Yace. So it's like, but like their results are all over the board. But the right Young Spine team, in my opinion, is like kind of like the KBC Tropics were last year, and the KBC Tropics last year should have beaten Red Lions. So I don't know. I think this game could be like, I think it's either going to be like an easy win or they're going to be shitting their bricks at the end of the game.
Lions seems like they're rolling.
They lost to Sure Factory by
They're
one.
rolling. They're losing, but they're.
They're 2-5 this season. They're 2-5. They're Kenny.
They're rolling 2-5, baby.
They're rolling down the hill.
You should respect, but not
They're
rolling.
rolling up
drunk
the hill.
every Sunday night, so hey.
Okay, well, they're still 2-5.
YSC3 at 7 p.m. Shirt Factory at Asteroid Head.
Run rule.
Run rule.
Yeah. I think that's across the border. We won't spend too much time on that.
Those ladies are fast as fuck.
YSC4
And
at
Billy.
5 p.m. Free State at Post House.
Run rule.
This is another one that I looked at in the run rule.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, Free State can't put up
They
runs.
can't score. I know, like, Post House allowed runs against these big teams, but against Free... No, it's not going to happen, no. Run rule.
Not a short field.
Doesn't matter, run rule.
YSC4 is not that short.
Run rule.
I just wanted to see Bryson's expression.
YSC4 at 7 p.m. Johnny's at Corksuckers.
We'll see how Corksuckers react to a pretty tough loss to Triple X. I do against Johnny's.
They're going to be out Clint as well.
Oh, yeah, Clint's out. Yeah, because... yeah.
I mean, I can't pick.
This could get dangerously close, I think.
Corksuckers doesn't give up a lot of runs.
Corksuckers play some
They don't...
nice defensive games,
Yeah, they do.
but Johnny's offense is.
Yeah.
It's been but it's been it's been sputtering a little bit.
They've been playing against good defenses, though.
Yeah.
Good defense, though. So
YSC5 at 5 p.m. Late fees at the Whoop.
it's a pick'em game.
Pick'em
game. So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
Woost by...
No spread.
Oh, just Woost.
Just Woost. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I'm going for late fees, baby.
Okay.
What'd you expect? Nicole always goes the other way. You know?
No, I guess. No. So, John, who are you going with?
If Robin wears gold pants, late fees stands a chance, but I'm going Woost all day.
I'm going to Woost. Yeah, I'm going to Woost. Yeah.
Woost, dog.
Woost.
Why?
Yes, you're the outlier there, Nicole. You could be right.
I do still want to know, why the fuck does Woost have 20 players every game? Every time I walk by their
Bro.
shit, 20 players. If you haven't learned by now,
They got a whole...
it doesn't work.
They got
It doesn't
two
work.
teams on their team, man.
Unless you're Harpies, you need 20 players because there's always injuries, unfortunately. Unfortunately, injuries, yeah. Like a factory. My God.
YSC 5 at 7 p.m.
Run rule.
Red Legs at Button Grind.
Run rule.
Run rule.
Run rule.
YSC 6 at 5 p.m.
Run rule.
Sacred Sword
Run rule.
at the Ringers.
Sacred Sword? Sacred Sword? Plate? Hey,
I will say, Sacred Sword, play nice. Knock that bun off. Knock that bun off.
Adam's over here telling me they're not going to bunt, but when we played them, they were up 22-2.
Sean, I heard about this from you.
I'm not buying this whatsoever.
Sean was infuriated when you guys played. He was infuriated because he said you guys were dicks and you kept bunting even though you were obliterating them. So everybody knows when you're way up, stop bunting. You guys are hella good. Everybody
He said
knows
no
now.
bunts. I would take
Ringers are fun though. You guys will have fun.
That says
Just
there will be a
same
bunt.
shit. Try to.
I don't think so.
I heard.
Flying spin kicks into home. Watch
This
out.
is one of my other run rules though.
Yeah.
Ringers, just stick with it, bro.
think we're on
stick
board.
with it. Keep fighting, man.
Hang in there, Ringer. Hang in there, Brooks. We got you.
YSC 6 at 7 p.m. The most fun game of the week.
Oh, boy.
Ghosts at Poshwash.
Run rule.
Run rule?
No.
Run
I
rule.
guarantee
No,
it
I
won't
don't think
be
it'll
a
run rule. No. Ghost will win.
I have made no guarantees
might have to
this
agree
year
with this
whatsoever. It's not going to be a run rule.
The Ghosts are bringing
Run
it.
rule.
That's all I gotta say. They on fire.
Is Sean going to play all 9 innings this game?
Why are you doing that signal? What is this, Dante Culpepper?
Hold on, let me
with the
take a
hand
look
signal?
here.
What is Dante Culpepper?
Hold on.
Oh, no.
It looks like Sacred Sword and the Ringers are reffing, so I should be able to play the full game this week.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
If you just want to see two teams having fun, you definitely want to show up. We have some special stuff going on that we've planned with the Ghosts. We're definitely going to have a fun time out there. No matter the score, but Ghosts going down.
That's my dude right there.
Run
Mr.
roll.
McCool. He's coming for you.
Thank you, Mr. McCool.
What?
White beater boys. Look at them. They came in.
You're calling 40 runs?
What? 40?
40? You better not, douchebag.
No,
That'll be
hey,
douchey.
Hey,
40 runs is douchey.
I will say this openly. If the Ghosts want to drop 40 this week, I welcome it. Because it would be the second time you've ever beaten us ever, and it would bring the run differential probably to under 150.
You be a douche and we'll be meeting in the parking lot.
Here's what I say.
You got that?
I ain't no way you winning by 40. Hey, you got matching white beaters. That's cute. Yeah, you ain't winning by 40. Corbin, I repped your game last week. You were up to bat
I'm
3 times with the bases loaded. 3 times bases loaded, no outs. And you kicked it on the fucking ground every time. What are you doing? No, I got ghost dub, no doubt, but no 40.
They're not going to put a 40 spot. Come on.
Voice, no way. No
Me
way.
and Sean get drunk after the game.
It's not going to
That's
be
what's
like
gonna happen.
Posh Wash against Jayhawk CrossFit 48-2 4 or 5 years ago. Never forget.
Run rule. That's all I
Never
got to
forget
say.
that. That's still impressive, Sean.
Run
It's
rule.
not impressive.
48-2 at CrossFit?
It wasn't nice. It's not like it wasn't like we were up and bunny. Like we were kicking left.
No, I
footed
did
in the
kick
second
footed.
inning.
I know. First year of the team at Jayhawk CrossFit. Now R-Bar.
Second inning, left foot.
CrossFit to R-Bar. There you go. Thank you. R-Bar! Thank you. But, got so much better than that Jayhawk CrossFit. I remember the CrossFit. It's so much better. So much better. Oh,
YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Rick Rollers at the Scoonies. Ricks, you better fucking
This is
do
going to be
something.
close. No, this is going to
Mr.
be
Moore,
close.
calling a run rule?
This is going to be like
Jeff,
a
don't
swinger
call a run rule.
on the-
Don't
on the
call a run rule.
I think it'll be close. It's getting like
I think
it's going to flirt with it. I don't know if it's
flirt.
going to.
If Jeff listens to what I told him what he needs to do with his team, then maybe they will. But I told Jeff what he needs to do, and I think he's a new coach, so he's figuring it out. I think he's doing a great job with what he's got, and I don't think it's going to be a run rule because Scooty's going to be riding high, real high.
I don't know what Bryson's smoking, but pass it this way, because Scoonies, you are going to die. Sorry.
Scoonies are going to die. And Mr. Donovan will have to change his name permanently. Maybe,
I do
know.
think is that Alicia or Alicia? I'm sorry, Alicia. I think Alicia's going to burn at least one of them because People always
Probably.
play up with the
I
girls.
mean,
and that girl can
she kicks the ball
she can
5
hit the
feet.
fence.
She
can hit
kicks the
fence.
ball 5 feet to Sean Donnelly's right, and she'll burn him. So
That girl's a beast.
Sean Donnelly is up for most unathletic person I've ever seen on a kickball
Bro.
field. Why do you wear baseball
Be nice.
pants
Bro.
if
Be
you
nice.
can't fucking play?
Cosgrove, Corbin
Have
and them,
you
I
met
remember
me?
this.
I don't know.
Last year, I refed. Go ahead, kid. What do you?
I was like, most unathletic. Have you met me?
You don't play.
Bro,
You're retired.
oh,
You told
that's
us all
Last
600
year, I
times.
refed Scoonies versus the Ghosts on YSC, I believe, 2. With my buddy Ben, we had just gotten done beating the shit out of drop stoppers. And I shit you not, in the 3rd inning, we were like, dude, we got to start betting like how many times Sean Donnelly ends up on the ground the rest of this game.
Oh,
and I
my
shit you
God.
not, he was on the ground
Dude,
like 6
the ball's
more
not
fucking
even
times.
close to him, and he's on
Dude,
the
he's
ground.
on the ground.
You know what?
I literally,
And
one
he-
time there was a play in left field, bro,
Dude.
and I just like look out in the middle of the field after the inning, and Sean Donnelly's on the ground.
The ball's not even
I'm
close
like,
to him.
bro, what the fuck happened, man?
And you're wearing baseball pants. You better be able to do something. Don't wear
Yeah.
baseball pants. If you ain't even sliding, you just
Mr.
fall.
Meredith, you care to rebut?
Come on, bro.
I love Sean Donnelly, though.
I do love him too. Thank you for the free drinks at Louise's all the time. Thank you.
What the fuck? Where are my free drinks at Louise's?
Well, you're Bryson, so I don't know.
You care to pile on to this Donnelly fest, Mr. Meredith?
I heard his name spelled
No.
wrong.
Here's what Meredith say.
I got nothing to say.
Okay.
Wait,
Hey,
if you
Ryan.
don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything nice at all.
No, he's like the high road. Oh, Jesus.
It's an abstention.
Give me a bomb right here, bro.
It's an abstention.
Okay.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. The Soda Jerks at the Red Hot Empire.
This is a pick'em game.
Pick
This
'em.
is a pick'em game. Who wants to go first?
God, I wish Derek was here. Give me that.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I wish Derek was here to give one of his, normal soda jerk speeches where he doesn't say that they're good, but he doesn't say that they're bad. Empire, you're rolling. Fucking go get it, man. Go get it. I still have you losing by 2 points. Soda jerks by 2.
So the jerks. No, it's not spread.
on
It's not
paper,
spread. It's not spread.
Going,
Not spread.
drawing
You'll get
back
a
to
second.
kind of a discussion we had earlier about seeding. I mean, this would be a perfect game to forfeit on purpose to get better seeding in the tournament.
Oh, here's the ghost again. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
This is just one of those situations where they tell you not to bet with your heart, and you never really should. But it's like, I want Empire to win this game so bad.
Well, but will they win?
So bad.
But will they win?
The thing is, though, it's like it's one of those things where like you like Soda Jerks betting wise like minus 350 favorites in this. Are you ever laying minus 350 with a team as bad as the Soda Jerks?
I have.
You can't bet on bad. This is like the football equivalent of betting like the Packers with Jordan Love against the Cardinals.
It would have been like betting Volk to go all 5 on Saturday.
Yes, yes.
It's not happening.
And it's like,
It
bro,
never was
it's like
gonna
you just can't. I can't put my money on the Jerks, man. And it's like if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna go down with the shit, man. And I'm taking Empire.
Yeah, Empire's gonna bring it, so watch out, Soda Jerks. I'm going with Empire. Yeah.
Empire, you had a nice winning streak. 3 wins, very impressive. Most wins. I'll tell you those. But there's an old saying: all good things come to an end. So jerks. Sorry, cousin Anna. Love you, cuz. Love you, cuz. No, I got soda jerks. No. Sean.
Well, if I'm playing numbers, we know who I have to pick because of who you've picked. But fuck numbers. I just played the Soda Jerks. And knowing what I know, I'm going Empire by 5.
It's not a pick'em. It's not a spread pick'em game. It's not a spread. Okay. So 2 votes for soda jerks. Okay. Actually, best soda
I
jerks.
hope Marcus listens. Marcus, go record this one. I mean, why not? There's nothing else to record this fucking week. Go record this one.
Why not?
Sure.
Yeah, Marcus, you little bitch.
I don't leave Marcus alone.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. Kansas Tree Care at the KBC
Please
Tropics.
no shutout. Please no shutout. Please no shutout.
I don't think you guys can shut out.
Please
By
no
a team that
shutout.
almost could have maybe thought about getting shut out, which we didn't at all.
If our team plays,
you won't get shut
if
out.
our team plays 1 through 6 like against Jazz House last week, we're gonna get shut out.
will
I
say,
hope not.
You need to play strategic ball. Fuck everything else.
Ryan, you want to say something about this?
Thir-
No.
13
Come
to
on.
2. 13-2.
He said,
I said no shutouts.
I got
Five.
I got a
And then they're gonna
DM,
stop.
and it said, Johnny's good, Kansas Tree Care gooder. That's all it said.
I think this is going to be 13-0 at the end of the 5th inning, and it will end 13-2.
13-2.
Yeah. It's just like it's just classic. Like KTC, just like bro, it just pisses me off talking about it. But they just somehow just are able to like put the game in front of them and manage the game and like I don't know what. Yeah, they can. I don't know how they get people to do it. Like they won 5-0 last week. How the hell do you do that? Like I don't know. Yeah. It's just annoying, but yeah, I think they're gonna come out hot, and I think like I could honestly see it being like 0-0 after one, and then just like whenever that inning happens, that KTC gets hot, th'll get through half their lineup, if not all of it. And
KTC figures it out.
Yeah.
Smart. They dissect your defense. They figure out exactly where to kick it. They find your.
Give this man a mic.
Ryan, if you bunt towards Lou, I'm gonna be so mad at you. Don't do it. Do not bunt towards Lou. Do not do that. No.
Okay, all I have to say is KBC Tropics, you better watch out. It's not going to be a shutout because Kansas Tree Care is not dicks. They're my favorite team. Sorry. But, yeah, don't keep bunting. But anyways, it's going to be a great game. KBC, you're going to get on the board, but Kansas
Poor
Tree Care
Ryan,
is
he's
going to...
just got a migraine listening to the predictions.
Ryan just looks stressed all
He does.
Shut up, please.
Poor guy's white knuckling it, rubbing his forehead, just wants to punch Cougar in the throat. I can see it. Cougar looks scared. That might be the Jello showdown this year.
Why?
For sole ownership of the sponsorship of the team.
Wait, who's the Jello shoutout?
You versus Ryan.
No, I'm out. I retired. I'm done. No,
I would love to rep another.
I'm done. No,
another
I'm
Jello match
No,
after.
I'm done. No,
but
I'm retired.
Can it be any
I won.
closer?
No,
Because last year
I
Sean
sucked.
destroyed him.
I want to see some
Destroyed him.
females Jello wrestling. How about
I mean,
that?
hell yeah. Nicole,
wants
who
the
are you
volunteer?
challenging?
Who
Who are you
Nicole
challenging? Who are you challenging?
Amberly, and I'm going to get my
Emily
ass kicked.
Nicole
Emily,
Jello
she's a
Showdown
feisty one. I think she did
2023.
I already lost, and I don't want to challenge you. I know.
I don't want to take on Emberly. She'll kick my
You know
ass.
what? I'm
Emberly
going
would
to
kick
work
my
on
ass.
this.
I'm
I'm
not
going to
taking
work
her,
on this
no.
with the new commissioner because Jello did not work out too good last year. But it may or may not have gotten everywhere and fucked up a bunch of shit, but it was a good time. Everybody had a good time.
Here's Cal.
I feel like I just felt half the dudes in this place get a boner. I'm sorry. I mean, that was like
Stop it.
very uncomfy all of a sudden thinking about Emberly and Nicole and Jello. I don't know.
No.
Hey.
Oh, here's Ryan.
I'm looking at the crowd, and there's a lot of over 30s. You're
what is
being
it?
pretty,
keep your
pretty
mic on.
generous. I
What
think
is
you
it?
need
What is it,
more in
Ryan?
the ballpark of full-on halfies.
Sean, Ryan's on the mic.
Jason,
Yes.
Who the fuck is Jason?
I don't know.
I let it sit.
Uh-oh.
After our game against Jazz House, when you were talking about our game next week, I sat there, I looked everybody in the eyes, including you, and I said, there's no reason we should go into any game thinking we are going to lose this game. And that seemed to land with everybody else on my team but the very top, the fucking sponsor. I don't know if this contradicts that, but I also told their captain, I said, go 110% every inning, show us exactly where we're at.
Absolutely. They should.
So with that being said, fuck you, Cougar.
Yeah!
Well done. Well
He's
said.
busy tomorrow, but
This
maybe
is
the
like
next
a
night.
Steinbrenner
And
Billy
this
Martin.
is why Ryan's my captain. This is why. Thank you. Thank you.
YSC 8 at 7 p.m. Uh-oh. The consort said he wished he was here. He's going to not want to be here next week. Harpies at 23rd Street.
This is a pick'em game and spread. Pick'em game and spread.
You want to talk about pick 'em
Oh,
and
brother,
spread? I'm gonna say this right fucking now.
Oh no,
Man.
Oh no.
Last time I was at R Bar, I've been to R Bar 3 times my entire life. The second time I sat right about there, and I said R Bar was going to finish with a top 3 record in the league. They're going to. That is a fact.
You mean 23rd Street, not
23rd Street, yeah.
23rd Street,
Sorry,
R Bar,
23rd
yeah,
Street.
okay.
They will. They're
I'll tell you
scheduled
this right
shit.
now.
Scheduled shit.
They're going to get
Scheduled
run
shit.
ruled this
Scheduled
week.
shit.
They're going to get run ruled. Because this is the...
Harpies are pissed.
how many
Harpies are
runs?
pissed.
Specifically,
They've
how
had
many runs?
2 overtime
Call the
games in a
runs.
row.
Call the runs.
I'm just going to say it's going to be 15 on the dot at
15
some,
on the
like, at some
dot.
point.
15 on the
it's
dot.
like this is the most get right of all get right spots for the Harpies. And 23rd Street was just like, they've been winning and it's been impressive and I'm a big fan of it, but it's like you've been playing with fucking fire every week, winning by 1 run. The Harpies are going to be
and
10 to
what's
10.
funny-
They're going to have 10 runs by the end of the
They
second
score single digits and they allow single digits. They've been playing with fire all season. Now they're about to get burned. Yeah. How, Nicole, who wins by how many runs?
No way he said that. Yo,
I don't know about how many runs, but 23rd
incoming hot ass message, Mr. David. He said, "What spread game? Why? I never said we'd beat this team." Oh no. Well, I saw Grant Sunday night. Yeah, he's coming for blood, brother. He's coming.
I will say, last time I saw Grant coming for blood, he was very drunk at Red Lion the night before they played JDE, and I think they almost lost. But
They almost lost. They only lost by 2 in the game of the week. True.
Fuck JDE.
He also had a bad game that game. So
Yeah, he did. But yeah, Harpies
He fouled out.
get right of
He
all
fouled
get right
out.
spots.
He fouled out.
Well, I think the Harpies are going to win by 10. So, yeah.
This is actual spread.
Spread, correct.
Am I up?
So, how many?
Harpies they're flirting with it. I'd say 13, bro.
13?
13, bro. 13. They are a very fast, young, athletic team. When they get it going, they're hard to shut down. I just don't think that the 23rd Street's played anybody like it.
No, I know.
So I think that it'll be a little.
I got 12. Harpies by 12.
If 23rd Street wants to come up
Yeah.
and fuck with the big dogs, then there you go.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I got Harpies by 12. Mr. Meredith? Mr. Meredith, what do you got?
Harpies by 11.
Harpies by 11. Okay. Ben has Harpies only by 5. How about that? Okay. All right.
Hobbs Park, 7 p.m. The new look dumbbells at Global Cafe.
Run roll.
Dumbbells.
You're so kidding. Shut up.
He was
Shut
waiting for the
up.
quick look.
Yeah, no, that's
It's a run
gonna
rule?
be I would assume like
That's a run rule.
I don't see any way.
Cal's squinting, which means yes. Yeah. She's
Global
like, we're not
Hobbs
going to
is
go
another
hard.
team that's
Yeah.
very familiar with Hobbs.
Yeah, when's the last time Global won at Hobbs?
Oh.
Although I think you guys did have an
Here
undercard
she
game maybe earlier.
And also, Shipley's going wild in Meredith's DM.
Here's Cal.
We won a championship at Hobbs. Bryson, have you ever done that?
Okay, didn't ask that question. I asked when was the last time they won a Hobbs. I
We
believe
had to have won a
that was
17.
last decade that you won a game at Hobbs.
Last decade. Yeah.
Yeah. It
you're
was
right.
2019,
A whole 4
correct.
years ago.
2019, correct.
Think about all the things that have happened in 4 years. It's just crazy to think about.
So much.
So much.
Yeah, I was in my 30s.
Gross. I was in my 20s.
Yes, I was. I'm 41.
We had to have had a
Yeah,
7.
well-
I feel like I ref a game of the week all the time, so we had to have had a 7:00 game
But
that we
age-wise, what
won. We beat Ghosts last year. It was so fun. Great game. Like Tierney. It was great. It was a fun
Okay.
those are the homies.
So who's winning, Cal? Who's winning?
I don't know. I'm hoping to just take a week off. I've been having some cuboid issues in my right foot, and I'm just ready for I don't want to play.
Also,
kickball
Cal,
this
did you have a
weekend.
good time on your chicken run for
Oh
your
my
birthday?
gosh,
It looked like a
yes.
blast. I wish I could have went.
We'll do another one soon. It doesn't
but
have
I didn't
to be
want
for
to get
my
drunk and
birthday.
then go have to play the Harpies the next day. So that was
It's okay. Yeah, you don't have to get drunk. That's by
No,
that's a
I do,
choice.
I do.
That's a choice.
good. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
It
just
was fun,
want-
though?
Maybe we'll bring up the farm team from Baldwin to play for us.
Oh, shit.
Versus dumbbells. I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
They're
so
coming off a good win.
I don't
They
think
have
we
a couple
can
good
sleep.
kickers.
Like we slept on Harpies, and that really fucked us. So maybe we'll.
I don't think
just-
it's the year to sleep on almost anybody. Like you kind of sleep on shit. For me, my biggest sleeping game was against Red Lion. I thought we were gonna come out. Last couple times we played them, we beat the shit out of them. It was 6-3. We played on that shitty ass field, but 6-3. I mean, I was yelling. I was mad as fuck. You can ask Lerner or any of them. I was mad at my team. I thought we should have played way better.
I think I
I
have
don't know.
a recent Seabury graduate taking over my spot in the six hole this weekend. I can just wear my team.
Okay.
And hang out and be
But
aboard.
global by how many? How many?
I don't know.
Muddy by 20.
No. I miss those days. I don't know. Shout out to Ao though. I hope he's not listening because this podcast is.
This podcast has been fucking awesome.
I just told them back there. I was like, it's kind of like one of those like 3-hour movies where like nobody important has died yet, and I'm getting bored. So, somebody die or shout out Ao though. Like I just missed.
Yeah.
We just
Ao don't die. Love you.
No, yeah, he'll be okay. We're just muddy by like enough to just not have the podcast be this long next week, okay? And also I'm still looking for a friend to be on the podcast with me on week 10. I thought Shaboy
Jess, maybe?
Malloy was gonna be would love whatever either
Awkward.
I gotta get permission.
Awkward.
either way, I just somebody, I don't know, maybe Avery would be a good person. Maybe another lady. Emberly crushed it at Lion. That was my favorite podcast this year, so maybe her again.
The volume down halfway through that shit because it was breaking my speakers. The whole way.
Tonight though, like, do you know as a board member, do you know how many emails we're going to get in the morning that are going to say, I listened to the podcast on my headphones and last night was really bad. So just thanks R-Bar. Thanks R-Bar for that. Harbor by enough. I don't care. I'm excited to get to know the dumbbells.
Muddy, global.
Harbor, Global, Muddy, Green Chilies, Spicy. No.
Hobbs Park 9:15 game of the week. Rockets at Sod Squad.
Sod fucking squad.
Sod
Run rule.
All day.
Run rule. They don't score that many runs these days.
Bro,
really
they
don't.
will.
I know Rockets give up a lot of runs, but
It seems like the
They
Rockets have
will.
given up
Here's the
15
thing.
plus every week.
Star Squad barely lost to Scooney 7-6 a week
Bad
ago. 2 weeks
matchup.
ago.
It was a bad matchup.
Yeah.
It was a bad matchup.
I
repped it?
like Ben, but like I don't even.
My boy Ben and I had just gotten off a boat. He was tired. He was sunburnt. He wasn't all there. This week he'll fucking be there. He'll be hyped. I'll be
I'll give
screaming.
you run rule. No,
Run rule.
No,
Dude,
no.
bro. Run rule.
Star Squad doesn't score that many runs. I mean,
I'd
they'll
be
do
all right
just
with
enough.
it.
I don't think there'll be a run rule. No, Star Squad will win. Yeah.
I think it's going to be close because they got some legs on Rockets. So,
They also give up a lot of runs.
They do. I don't know. I definitely don't think. I thought it was going to be a shutout, but I don't know.
Nicole, you wear a medium?
No shutout then, Nicole?
Austin Wagner, if you're listening, I brought you a shirt, but fuck you didn't show up, so now Nicole gets it. And,
Yeah, you're a wanker.
I hope Johnny's loses every other game. Goodbye.
Yeah, you triple wanker.
Honey Badger's out.
Well, there you have it for our upcoming Week 8 games. Once again, thank you to our bar and patio here at 610 Florida Street. A big thank you to Posh Wash and Pet Health Market, located at 1520 Wakarusa Drive, Suite C. Online at poshwash.net and by phone at 785-856-7297. Before we close out the week, I just wanted to take a quick moment as well. I know it was kind of a surprise to me that my mother had told me that the last 8 weeks, as she has been completing both chemo and other treatments, that as of the last 8 weeks, she's been listening to the podcast, watching the broadcast, and she wondered why we don't talk more about how funny you look, Cougar. But no, seriously, this week, my mom completed all of her treatments for metastatic adenocarcinoma.
Ring that bell if they can. Ring that bell.
My fucking hero.
Yep, absolutely.
Cougar, as we move into week 9, we're looking
deals with
forward
your
to
ass,
the
so
game
she
of the
is a
week
hero.
next week. Rockets at Sod Squad, 9:15. We're just pushing further and further with all of these results into a mass land of confusion.
That's right. Play it.
Good luck, board members. I love you.
No, no. Already played Bad Blood.